Merry Christmas, everybody. Hope everybody had a great Christmas. I know who didn't have a great Christmas. Oh, the Candace Simps, man. They're crashing out so fucking hard. And what's funny is sometimes when people are crashing out, they don't realize they're crashing out. They think everybody else is crashing out except them. Boy, it's got ugly, dude. The Valhalla stream Friday night, a real eye-opener. A real fucking eye-opener. We're going to go over all of everything he uncovered. I threw it in a little AI to like summarize basically everything he got on old Mitch Snow, or should we call him Harry? Lifetime con artist, constantly beating up every woman he's with. But yeah, it's all just, it's him. He's the victim. It's just, every time he dates somebody, they beat him up. I mean, eventually you have to go, okay, well, is it me or is it them? Obviously it's you, dude. Obviously, if every woman you've ever been with has the same fucking story, then I kind of tend to believe the women in this situation. So yeah, pretty bad. The crash outs are crazy. The comment section when I was watching Valhalla on Friday was insane, dude. They were just going fucking batshit crazy, just screaming, crying, fucking tearing of fucking flesh, and just like they just can't handle it, dude. They can't accept, or maybe like what Alex Jones says is they don't actually care about the truth. They just want to destroy TPUSA. They want to destroy Erica Kirk. And even when they're proven wrong, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're wrong. It doesn't matter if you're building a whole fucking house of lies, dude, that's going to come crashing down. None of that matters. None of that fucking matters. It's pretty disgusting at this point. And it's making me realize, like, man, people are fucking stupid, dude. I know people are stupid, but this level of stupidity is just, it's really opening my eyes. It's really opening my eyes. It's really sad. I hope everyone had a great Christmas. How's everybody doing? Merry Christmas, more like Harry shit ass. What are we doing? What are we doing, 420 Dope Throne? What's up, bro? Miles Coaster. It's a nice place. I just got here. I hope to find a way to stay. Okay. Yeah, stay there. Stay wherever you're at, Miles. Stay wherever you're at. How's everybody doing in the chat? Hope everybody's doing good. Oh, man. We got a big one today. And we got some fucking, probably some of the best journalism we've seen in a long time from Nick Shirley. He went to all of these daycares in Minnesota that are run by the Somalis, and they're getting millions upon millions of dollars to run these daycares, but there's no kids there. No kids there. And if anybody lives around a daycare, it's pretty obvious when, a daycare is operational, because you'll see kids nonstop coming in and out, parents dropping kids off, parents picking kids up. But for some reason, all of these daycares, no kids. And then when Nick Shirley asked him if he could enroll his kid, no. What? I can't enroll you don't want my business? Dude, I've never seen something so obvious as this. Like, it's just so fucking obvious that there's so much money being stolen from the Minnesota taxpayers, because this is a state funding thing. So boy, oh boy, is old Tim Walt's going to have a lot to answer for. My prediction, we're going to get into that. That's going to be in the second half. But my prediction, what's going to end up happening is some local news agency, NBC, local, whatever, is going to show up. And if conveniently, they're going to show up on a day when there are kids there. And they're going to be like, look, see, they have kids here. They're going to cover for them, dude. I'm pretty sure they're going to cover for them. And they're going to be like, oh, yeah, these grifting right-wingers are just making up conspiracies on the internet. Look at all these kids here. And it's like, yeah. And then a week later, the kids are gone. We'll see. I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, it's not looking good. Not looking good for the Somalians in Minnesota. I wish them the best, but at this point, you might want to grab all the cash that you've been hoarding, because all these people are sitting on massive amounts of cash, and you might want to jump on a boat and head back to Somalia with all that cash. You could be fucking the king of Somalia with all that American cash, bro. You can be like the elite class of Somalia, because I have a feeling a lot of you are going to end up in jail. Maybe not. Who knows, man? Maybe they will successfully cover for them, but it just looks so bad. So yeah, ping those likes. Yeah, hit those likes up. Every time you smash the thumbs up, one Candace Simps. One Candace Simp cries. Okay, so one like equal one Candace Simp crying. You might see them in the comment section today. They get crazy, bro. They get fucking crazy. And it's all ad hominems, right? Like, you come with like actual facts. You're like, oh, here's the alibi for this Moby guy or whatever, that this senator that they claimed, or congressman, I don't remember, that they claimed was at this high level meeting in Fort Huchaka. But no, he was actually on camera in C-SPAN at the exact same time. But that's all, obviously it's a body double. Obviously it wasn't really him, it's a body double. Can we just admit people can't be in two places at once? Can we at least admit that? But no, that's the new conspiracy. Actually, people can be in more places than once. Oh, he could be on C-SPAN putting in his vote at the exact time and also be at Fort Huchaka. It's a body double, guys. It's so fucking sad. It's so sad. And there's so many people I'm losing respect for. Coach Colin being one of them. I used to watch a lot of Coach Colin. I mean, I was friendly with Coach Colin. I don't know if you guys know Coach Colin, but he's one of these online guys, makes content. And it's just all been just feeding into this Candace Owens shit to the point where it's like, dude, how can you still be going along with this? Like, I get it. You're getting a ton of views talking about it, and that probably feels good, and your ad revenue is going through the roof. But, dude, you're destroying your fucking credibility for some momentary increase in views, dude. Okay, yeah, that's smart. That's smart. But enjoy the ride while it lasts, dude, because it's so many fucking people are going to ride this ship to the ground. Because no matter how fucking stupid she gets and how provably wrong she's proven to be, it doesn't matter. These people are getting tons of views. So they're going to keep just doubling, tripling down. I'm starting to get very conspiratorial about it because I start investigating all these accounts. Like when you go look at somebody post on Twitter, like that's criticizing Candace, you'll see all these accounts, like they just pile on. It's just nonstop, just attack. And then you click on them and it's like, 40 followers, account created in 2024. And I was just seeing this over and over, all brand new accounts from like a year or two old. No followers, and I don't know, maybe they're real. Maybe these are real people, but it could explain it. Because if you have a bot army that's going to popularize everything you do, no matter how wrong and stupid you are. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're wrong or stupid. Your bot army is going to make you look like you're right because they're going to constantly fucking, go to bat for you even when you're so fucking off base. I don't know. Like I said, man, I'm losing hope in humanity because if these aren't bots, the people are fucking stupid. Stupid to a level like unfathomable. It's like, it's a bad sign for the future of this country. It really is. Let's get into this. I broke down all the shit that Valhalla had to say about Mitch from his research into Mitch Snow, otherwise known as Harry Lawrence Myers. First of all, if you're ever researching somebody and they've changed their name, not just the last name, right? It'd been one thing if he would have been like Harry Snow, right? But when people change their name, that's always a red flag just on its own. Not to mention all the other shit we have here. Let's jump into this. Smash a thumbs up if you want to make the Candace Sims cry and if you want to support the show and see it get out to more people. Links are in the description if you want to become a member or if you want to join Discord. Or you can send a super chat if you want to join the conversation. Much love, everybody. Let's get into this. So let's break it down. Let me see if I can make this. This should be big enough for you guys, right? Let me see if I can make it a little bigger. Make it a little easier to read. Okay, let's start with one. Lies about military service, and this is all thanks to Valhalla and many other people who have done a ton of research into this Mitch Snow character. So lies about military service and backstory. Joined the Army in 1989 as Harry Lawrence Myers. That's his original name, okay? Served briefly 1 year as a Green Beret. He did actually supposedly serve as a Green Beret. Okay, congrats on that. Special Forces Engineering Sergeant. Not a medic, as he claimed. So there's the first little red flag that he's lying about his military past, okay? He claimed he was a medic. He wasn't. He was a Special Forces Engineering Sergeant. Injured his back in a non-combat, non-deployment incident, possibly while drinking per first wife. Not medically retired from an 80-foot rock climbing fall, breaking every bone during a training deployment. Okay, that's him lying again. Discharge, not retired, in 1996. So supposedly he was... 1990 was when he had to leave because of the cartel and something with fucking what's that fucking guy's name? Chapo. Yeah, something to do with Chapo was coming after him or something. So yeah, discharged, not retired in 1996, received disability pay but falsely claimed medical retirement and heroic injuries. Fabricated story of uncovering a lieutenant colonel working with the cartel's El Chapo in 1990, forcing him to flee, change name, and hide for 30 years. Disproven because he remained in the military until 1996 and lived normally. El Chapo, yes. I almost forgot the fucking legendary El Chapo. Okay. Name change to Mitch Snow occurred in 2010, adopting current wife's surname, not in the 1990s to evade cartels. Okay. So there's again his story. Like, look, if you're going to trust somebody with this wild fucking story that's like right out of a fucking spy novel, it kind of matters whether they're credible or not. And when it turns out that this person has a history of lying about fucking everything, not very credible. Sorry. So in the first place, the story is unbelievable, right? So you have that. You have an unbelievable story that just like, you got to strain yourself to actually go, okay, I guess it's possible it fucking happened. But then when you tackle that, when you combine that with this dude's history of being a fucking con artist, this is fucking totally debunked, in my opinion. I mean, I didn't need to know all this to know it was bullshit, but this helps, okay? Appeared on prior podcasts with fake accents / stories, claiming ex-wife trapped him in a garage, beat him with a hammer, dislocated his arm to grift money. Pattern of conning audiences. Well, that goes against what the official report is. We'll get to that. Pattern of domestic violence and abuse spanning 30 years. That's a lot. That's a lot. And I see a lot of dudes defending him and being like, oh, well, chicks make up shit all the time. Okay, well, when it's like this many chicks and they all have the same story of him doing the same thing over and over again, come on. Okay, come on. Let's get real, dude. Let's get real. And I don't know, maybe a lot of dudes have some shit on their record and they're thinking, oh, because I have something on my record, nobody's ever going to believe me. Look, I don't know if you know this. Maybe I'm wrong. A lot of dudes like me have a long history and you won't find a single fucking thing like this in our history, okay? So, I don't know. Sketchy as fuck. Multiple women, at least 5 to 6. I've heard it's even more than that. Even more. This is just what's come out now. Obtained restraining orders, domestic violence protection orders, some lifetime, some 10 to 12 years against him. Current wife, Len Snow, emotional, mental abuse, gaslighting, physical violence, slapped her face when son was 2 weeks old. Coercive control over child, financial exploitation, used her savings 401k for his custody battles. Candace Gray, ex-partner, beat her, raped her, assaulted her, broke through door, slammed her head causing TBI, took credit cards in her name, maxed them out, threatened to kill her, a judge, and others, admitted in text to punching her in the face while drunk. There are a lot of dudes that do this shit. Like, they fucking prey on, like, vulnerable, lonely women. And this dude, this seems to be his MO, dude. It's like, let me find a vulnerable, lonely woman and fill her head with a bunch of bullshit, make her think I'm like some fucking top level military guy with all these secrets and like, and then, you know, he's just using her, just fucking using her. Admitted in text. So in this one, he even actually admitted it. Admitted in text to punching her in the face while drunk. Jerry Casey, TLZ, earlier partner, yelling in face, trapping her, pushing her face first into the wall, throwing objects. Other ex-wife's partners, lifetime restraining orders, terminated parental rights due to abandonment, no child support paid. General pattern, starts relationships with sob stories, exes abused him, took kids, accuses new partners of abuse, weaponizes women against prior ones, makes false reports, e.g. child molestation against wives. Now, if you dive into the Valhalla stuff, he goes through all the documentation, the police reports. The police weren't buying this guy. His story would change all the time. Like, supposedly this one woman threw acid on him, and like the story starts, he tells the cop, yeah, I was standing outside my car, and she went up to me and threw acid on me. And then all of a sudden the story was, actually, I was inside my car. So, like, it's just, he's not even a good liar, dude. To be honest, not even a good liar. Can't even keep his story straight. Child-related allegations and kidnapping. Abandoned multiple children, lost custody due to abuse / abandonment. With son from Len Snow, kidnapped child for months. Refused return after visitation, leading to habeas corpus order and arrest. Coached child to falsely accuse mother of abuse. Made horrific false sexual assault claims against wife involving child. Investigated and dismissed as unsubstantiated. Arrested multiple times, in and out of jail, related to threats, violations. He threatened to murder a judge. I think it was connected to custody of her kid, of this kid. Yeah, okay. Threatened to kill a judge, Jacqueline Shea Brown, and others after child return ordered. False reports and counter accusations. Frequently files false police reports against exes. Claimed Len threw acid in his face in police parking lot. Story changed multiple times. Dismissed by sheriff as inconsistent / lie. always portrays himself as victim, hypervigilant, disabled vet abused by women, system, cartels, judges. Sheriff police notes, long history of DV-related offenses, blames victims, stories laughed off as implausible. Recent behavior and credibility issues. Renewed domestic violence protection order in 2025, judge found him still a stalking/threat risk. Raised $140,000. Thank you, Candace. You're such a brave, strong woman, Candace, raising money for fucking pieces of shit like this. $140,000 via GoFundMe tied to his Candace Owens appearance, accused of planning to use it for legal attacks on exes. So yeah, she's just... Good job, Candace. And she's, she's not acknowledging that she fucked up. She's not taking the GoFundMe back. Like, she's just doubling down, dude. And it's pretty fucking disgusting. I'm at the point where I've been at this point for a while. She's not stupid. She's not a moron. This is an evil bitch. This is an evil, conniving, wicked fucking bitch, dude. No direct response to these accusations in available sources. Instead, older content portrays him as a victim of corrupt courts. Ex covering child abuse by mother. So yeah, that's basically it. And people will go, "Oh, well, you're just attacking the witness. Like, obviously, like, what matters is, did he witness what he saw? Was that real?" Well, when one of the claims he made is already 100% debunked, you guys can pretend it's not. But Emoti, or whatever the fuck his name is, definitely was on camera on C-SPAN at the time he was claimed to have been at this high-level military meeting by Mitch Snow. Okay, well, that's debunked. He's wrong about that one. And you have a history of this dude being a piece of shit fucking liar, a known provable liar. I mean, if Candace had any fucking... If she cared at all about the truth and had any journalistic integrity, because she's not a journalist, she's a gossip monger, she would go back and be like, oops, I got duped by this con artist. Sorry about that. But she's not going to do that because she knows her fans, her bot army, are so fucking dumb. They don't care. They don't fucking care. They don't care at all. And it's amazing to me. And here's an interview. Oh, here's I think this guy, this famous meme right here really explains what's going on with the Candace followers right now.
Because democracy basically means
so this is what they do. Alex Jones, he wasn't on camera at C-SPAN. Yes, he was. You guys are just denying he was. You're like, oh, we don't know if that's really him. He didn't answer he's like literally on camera sitting there. And you guys just refuse to acknowledge it. And I mean, at a certain point, like, why are we even trying to convince you, dude? You guys refuse to acknowledge reality. But he was there in the afternoon. It wasn't in the morning. He's like, he's on camera. He's on camera, dude. Well, okay, yeah.
Government by the people.
He's talking about you, Alex Jones.
Of the people, for the people. But the people are retarded.
He's talking about you, Alex Jones. Look, man, I'm sure you're a good dude, Alex Jones, but I'm done playing with you fucking retards. Okay? You guys need some tough love right now. Because we've presented everything we can to show you this. You're falling for some bullshit and you just refuse to believe it. So, okay. Now it's time for tough love. You're a retard. You're all a bunch of retards falling for some fucking dumb bitch's made up fantasy. Congratulations. You're retarded. God bless you, though. God bless you. Hopefully God looks out for you. Yeah, okay. So, and this is Valhalla. He, you go from being loved by the Candace audience for, praising her and like going along with the investigation. And then as soon as you kind of have a, holy shit, this is wrong. Let me let people know this is wrong. They all attack you like fucking crazy, bro. It's like, it's crazy. The level of attack that Candace's audience pulls off on people. And I see people are kind of scared of it. Like I'm not going to say Rex Jones is scared of it, but I wanted to do a fucking episode with Rex and he canceled on me 3 fucking days in a row. Love you, Rex, but Jesus Christ, bro. And he's like, oh, I want to watch every episode. I want to watch all 30 episodes of Candace so I can make up my mind. It's like, bro, why would you do that to yourself? And then I explained to him, like, you can literally take her transcripts off YouTube, copy the transcript, paste it into Grok and go, Grok, summarize this for me and save yourself so much fucking time, bro. But no, I mean, I think that the fear of like seeing how the crowd is attacking Alex, which by the way, you guys are fucked up for attacking Alex the way you're attacking Alex. He's the one that's really banned. Okay, fucking Coach Collins is too afraid to say his fucking name like a little pussy. His name's Alex Jones, Coach Collins. And you're fucking afraid to say his name because you might get in trouble on YouTube. And that doesn't kind of wake you up to what's going on here. You can't say Alex Jones's name, but yet Candace, you're going to ride that coattail and get pushed to this fucking stratosphere with views. Like, that's not weird to you. That's not weird to you. The guy that you can't even say his name. Oh, that's the guy who's the shill, right? Right, the guy who got banned off of everything and you can't even say his fucking name? Give me a break. Do some fucking... I don't know what happened to your brain, Coach. Bring it back. You need your brain back, bro.
Yeah, Nate's on the CIA payroll. Nate's gay, I heard. I'm gay and my wife's a stripper. So we got that one going on. Probably.
So we can't call out Mitch Snow's background? That like we're just attacking his character and trying to discredit him? This is what you guys are doing to Valhalla. He's literally providing more details about this guy being a lifetime abuser / con artist / liar. And then you guys start attacking him personally. He's gay. He's a drunk. He drinks too much. You guys do everything you're claiming we're doing. You're the ones doing it. And like way fucking worse than we've ever done it.
Probably true. Probably true. I was an Oregon cheerleader, so I'm probably gay.
Now, is that true? If that's true, I mean, yeah, it's not a good look.
A lot of attacking. We got death threats this week.
I believe them. I know it seems crazy. Like, why would you? Candace fans, are they that crazy? Yeah, they are. They are, because they think that they're like saving the world, right, from this fucking huge government conspiracy. It's complete psychosis. It's just people have lost their fucking minds.
It's that wild. I haven't even done the episode yet, and we're receiving death threats. So, no drinking tonight. I'm fighting off bronchitis right now, unfortunately. So if I'm hacking shit up, sorry guys. Honestly, should not be doing this episode, but there was no way I couldn't show up. Like, oh.
Yeah. So this is a lot of the shit you get. Oh, yeah, funny name. Salamane Ahmad. Yeah. This guy used real Candace O friend Ian Carroll's show to get big on social media on the Charlie Kirk issue. Then he took the first chance he had to attack her. Very low behavior and disloyal. Actually, he was really kind of nice to Candace. He was like, I mean, you could tell he's afraid of like actually getting on Candace's bad side, because he tried to be like very careful not to be like, this is not an attack on Candace. This is not, I just want you to know about Mitch Snow. Oh man, it's getting insane, bro. It's getting insane. Here's Evan Kilgore, used to be another one that was riding with Candace, who I guess finally had a moment of realization that like, oh, at least with the Mitch Snow stuff, this is complete fucking bullshit. You know, but now he's getting attacked by Candace's fans. Let me get this straight. Everyone's saying Mitch past doesn't matter. Don't care that he has quite literally lied about everything about who he is. But now he's suddenly telling the truth when one of his 95 to 99% claims have been completely debunked. Of course, no matter how you debunk it, they just refuse to believe it, right? When you're dealing with crazy people, they will just outright deny whatever you have and just, you know, if they can't like come up with some weird angle or theory to disprove it that makes no sense, they'll just attack you and go, oh, well, clearly you're working with this, or you're working with the feds, or you're taking the 7K, or you got the call. And it's crazy, dude. People have lost their fucking minds. But you trust a man who is lying about everything about who he is and is getting actively proven false. Really? How can we decouple his habit of lying and manipulating from what he is currently saying? There is zero evidence to substantiate anything he says. At some point, we need evidence. Saying he thinks he saw people isn't evidence. That is the definition of delusion. If you can lie about the small things, you can lie about the big things. Yeah, what happened to the updated report on the Egyptian planes, the detailed report that was going to clear everything up? What happened to that? We're never getting that. You realize that, right? I think she tried to go back and be like, damn, how can I fix this? Okay, actually, I can't fix this. All this data is fucked. And the only way to fix this would be to double down and just more lies about where the plane was. And then people are going to just double check and prove I'm lying again. So let's promise people something and then move on and never talk about it again. And then I bring it up and they're like, oh, what do you mean it was debunked? Yeah, it was debunked. 66% of the time, the plane wasn't where she claimed it to be. That means that is bullshit. It's debunked. She's got bad data. And I don't know, like, how do you get it wrong 66% of the time? Was it just a convenient mistake, or were you purposely lying, or whoever provided that data to you, were they purposely lying? I'm starting to get kind of conspiratorial here, guys. I want to start asking questions. Are you working for MI6, Candace? Are you part of a left-wing fucking vast conspiracy to make the right look like they're guilty for murdering Charlie Kirk, as opposed to the violent leftists who seems to be the one who murdered him? I don't know. I'm just asking questions. I'm also kind of starting to really think maybe Candace murdered Charlie Kirk. She's behaving like somebody trying to cover up a crime.
At Area 51C super chatted $1.99. Why aren't you covering Epstein? Are you ped protector?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm doing. Area 51. You fucking retard. Thank you for the $1.99. Let's go to the next one here. Oh, this is Cinema Shogun, another one who's been doing great work covering Candace. Candace Owens messed up big time. Her fake whistleblower, Mitch Snow, has now been fully exposed and completely debunked. But it gets worse. Many of Mitch's victims are now speaking out about their horrific experiences dealing with him. Candace Owens knew about his history and still decided to raise hundreds of thousands of dollars for him. That's what outstanding people do, right? They raise a bunch of money for terrible fucking people. She tried to hide all this from her fans so she could convince them to send money to this psycho fraud. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. So yeah, this is I guess, I'm not sure, but I know this is the Candace chick.
He's full,
Not Candace Owens. Candace, the ex-girlfriend of Mitch Snow.
full of crap. He's a manipulative, coercive liar. He's been abusing women for a long time. But for me specifically, he gave me a TBI. You know, I have
That's a traumatic brain injury, okay? In case you don't know.
text messages, him admitting to punching me in the face the night he gave me a TBI, okay, and December 4th of 22. It's just, he's a horrible, serial, abusive person.
And this is, let me shout this guy out. This guy's doing good work as well. Gary, this is from a different account. This is, what is it, Gary Melton? Gary Melton? Yeah, I forgot his fucking name. But yeah,
And
this
for
guy's
everybody,
doing good work too.
that isn't aware, that didn't watch Nate's podcast yesterday, he provided all the documentation with Candace. What I wanted to try to do was, we have all that documentation, we can share all that stuff, but I wanted to just hear her story. The documentation is
Paramount.
there. Text
Paramount Tactical. That's the guy's name, right? That's his channel, Paramount Tactical. Thank you, Cassie Gendron.
messages, court cases. And currently right now, he is on a domestic violence charge with you and a protection order against you and Aaron, which we will get to in just a few minutes. But he admitted to in text messages with you that he punched you in the face. You said, hey, you punched me in the face. And he said, yeah, I did. I'm sorry. So these are all documented. This isn't just hearsay. This isn't, you know, a scorned woman coming on here and claiming something. This is, number one, it is a crime. It's been prosecuted. It's been adjudicated. We have evidence of all these things. And this is just one of many victims.
We got into the relationship rather quickly, moved in very quickly, relocated, got a new job, and then he
Alex Jones, he's been debunked, bro. And it'll be debunked even further. I'm pretty sure, Alex Jones. He's definitely been debunked about Emoti. You guys, you know, you don't believe the security guy, Andrew Colvett. You don't believe his because, okay, it could just be a plane ticket and he could have actually not been on the plane and just had the ticket. Okay. Emoti is definitely debunked. He's definitely wrong about that. And then there's one point where he changes who the guy is. where he's like, he says it's, I think, one guy, and then she brings up another guy, and then all of a sudden the guy, oh, no, it's this guy. It's this guy. He's clearly lying his fucking ass off, bro. And it's like, if a con artist comes up to you and you know the guy's a con artist, you're going to believe his story?
51C super chatted $1.99. I thought the right wanted to take down Epstein.
Area 51, what is your point, bro? We're not covering Epstein right now, okay? We'll do that another episode, okay? Just, every episode can't be exactly what you wanted to be at that moment, dude. All right? So, but thank you for the $1.99.
He needed a car, and he needed a new transmission, and he needed certain bills paid for, and then he needed me to pay for his lawyer, to take his ex-wife to court. He needed me and my reputation to fight his battles because he couldn't do it himself. And, you know, I didn't feel comfortable doing it.
I know you guys are talking about her weight. Look, I get it, okay? But you got to understand, these are the type of women that dudes like Mitch Snow prey on, okay? Lonely, vulnerable women that they'll put up with a lot of shit, bro, okay? And if you feed them a bunch of bullshit and you make them think you're somebody you're not, so you got to feel bad for her. You know, maybe she's got a thyroid problem too, okay? Give her a break.
You know, it wasn't my place. You know, he was still married to Lene.
She's not 100% invested in Snow. Well, yeah, she's got 150,000 that her audience is invested, at least probably more at this point. Alex Jones. So yeah, maybe she didn't fucking invest, but her audience has invested a lot of fucking money to this guy.
It's, you know, and the constant threat. If you don't do it, well, then get out of my house. I need to find another woman that was going to do this for me. Well, that's not the right thing to do,
Sure.
you know? And I was constantly living in fear from this man that liked to drink a lot, break in through the door while I was sleeping at night, either sexually assault me and beat me and laugh about it, or the night of the TBI, I had locked myself away.
Super chatted $1.99. Every episode is about Candace, not Deep State.
Yeah, that's the beat I'm on right now, Area 51. That's the way it works. Sometimes you dive into a subject and you stay on it until you're done with it, okay? So that's where we're at. All right? Plenty of other people covering the Epstein shit, bro. Go watch them, because I've kind of just got into it a little bit, like the latest releases and shit, so I need to dive down that rabbit hole to see what the fuck has come out of it before I can talk about it, okay? But thank you again for the $1.99, Area C51. I mean, are you a Candace simp? You sound like a Candace simp, bro.
I had
what you
put
sound
an
like.
armoire in front of our master door, okay?
Y'all don't know who she's talking about. Mitch Snow, the guy I just gave you all the fucking deets about at the beginning, okay, that Valhalla is uncovered. The guy who claims to have stumbled onto a high-level military meeting at Fort Huachuca and saw Erica Kirk there and saw Andrew Clavin there and saw, you know, all these, Modi, the fucking guy, was he a congressman or a senator? I fucking forget, from Vegas. That's who they're talking about, okay? They're explaining who he is.
He went and found tools to break the door open, laughing on the other side, telling me 44 different ways he was going to kill me, bury my body in the desert where no one could find it, and who was going to help him do it. And then he broke the door down, started strangling me, hitting me in the face, picked me up, and slammed the back of my head into the ground. I
remember, this is the story that he told, where she had the hammer and she broke his thumbs and she was gonna attack his kid or something with the hammer, and the police were just sitting there doing nothing. Well, yeah, I don't believe his story. He's a serial liar. Once you're somebody who lies all the fucking time and you have a MO of doing this repeatedly,
At
I'm sorry, I don't believe you.
2181 super chatted $4.99. It looks like Ping has a new fan. How was Christmas?
No, Spocko, I don't think he's a fan. Christmas was great, bro. How was your Christmas? I hope you're doing good, Spocko. Hope everybody had a great Christmas. Mine was all right. You know, my dog's got a fucking stomach issue, and I've been trying to get him to get better, and he seems like he's finally getting over it, but that's been no fun. because it's like every 2 hours he's got to go fucking take a dump. You know, diarrhea, dude. Oh. But yeah, I think he's finally getting over it. Thank God.
Know how long I was out for. It was a while because he was no longer in the room when I came to.
Thank you for the super chat, bro.
I started looking for my phone, and then I ended up passing out later on that night. You know, this is just the type of person you're dealing with. Is he won't stop. He won't leave you alone once he's had you. He thinks we're all out to get him or some type of conspiracy theory. Reality check. You're not that important to me. I have other things in my life going on that are way more important. You know what I want people to know is that he has a need to create a narrative for every single person to manipulate and coerce you for whatever he's doing in his life, whatever his goal is at that moment in time. You know, he's a con artist, you know?
Well, let's talk about that a little bit. So during
Yeah, that's the ex-wife. So yeah, I mean, look, you can believe what you want. To me, I don't know. Some of you are probably naive. Maybe you don't have experience with people like this, but there's a lot of people
Area
like this.
51C super chatted $1.99. I was a fan until you ignored Epstein.
Well, I swear you've done this. You've done. Why don't you show up when I'm covering Epstein and send me super chats, fucker? The second I don't cover Epstein, you show up and you fucking all of a sudden start sending super. Like I don't cover Epstein when I've done multiple fucking more episodes than I've done on Candace about Epstein. And then you just come because this is you trying to make this is you trying to destroy my credibility to undermine my reporting on Candace. That's what I think is going on here, Area 51. You only show up when I'm talking about Candace. And then you try to like insinuate that I'm some sort of dude covering up for pedophilia because I'm not talking about Epstein the moment you want me to fucking talk about Epstein, dude. You think I don't see through that fucking bullshit, bro? And you know what? You're going to make me turn up the super chats notifications, bro. You're going to ruin it for everybody else. That's what you're going to make me have to do because it's annoying at this point, Area 51. And I see through your fucking bullshit, bro. But thank you again for the $1.99. Very much. Very appreciated. Yeah, so this is a few days ago. It probably might be more now. This is how much money Candace has raised for Mitch Snow, or Harry. Shall we call him Harry? Just so you see. Yeah, no problem there. No problem there, guys. And so after all this information comes out about Harry, what does she do? What does she do? Well, like she always does, move on to something else. Something else that's suspicious. Ooh, this is weird. Isn't this weird and suspicious? I think that guy, the last guy we were just playing, he was texting with Andrew Kovic, okay, the head of security for TPUSA, or used to be. I don't know what his exact role is now. And he asked Andrew to send him any kind of data he had that could prove an alibi. So Andrew Kovic sent him a picture from Erica.
At Area 51C super chatted $1.99. Ping will turn off notice to cover for Epstein sad.
Okay, I just have to jump on here to let you guys know.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me know audio's out. This thing, whenever I move this and there's no slack, it pulls it out. Here, let me pull my cord out so it doesn't do that. Thanks for the heads up. You didn't miss anything. Anyway, so this is Candace's response. Of course, she won't listen to reason. She won't listen to her own followers who have like been very supportive of her and are just like, hey, you got this one wrong. It's okay. Let's get back on track. Of course not. Of course not. They're all part of the enemy team now. They're all taking money from Israel. They're all like Alex Jones. They got the call. Laura Loomer's telling Alex Jones what to do. That shit is so fucking ridiculous. Laura Loomer comes out of nowhere and tweets that, oh, the reason Alex Jones is talking about Candace now is because of me. I told him to. And it's like, now they'll just ignore every bit of substance Alex Jones is providing and just jump to, oh, Laura Loomer is his handler and this is a Jewish plot. This is Israel behind everything. Oh man, the mass psychosis is fucking off the wall, dude. Off the wall. And I think there's a lot of bots, dude. I think there's definitely a lot of bots.
Okay, I just have to jump on here to let you guys know that Andrew Colvett, the spokesperson for Turning Point USA, just got caught with his hand in the cookie jar, trying to help orchestrate behind the scenes an alibi for Erica Kirk and Fort Huachuca. Now,
she's so retarded, dude. Literally, the dude has his number and reached out and said, hey, do you have anything you can show as an alibi for this time? And he was nice enough to reply and give him an alibi for Erica Kirk. And then she never misses an opportunity to make something normal seem super fucking suspicious and like, oh, this is proof now of a cover up and he's orchestrating everything. And her fucking retard audience is just like, oh, dude, this is so blackpilling for me how stupid people are. It's so blackpilling that people are this fucking stupid. It has to be bots, dude. It has to be bots.
why is this crazy? For those of you that don't know the backstory here, essentially, this guy, Mitch, it was very compelling, said that he saw Brian
Very compelling, yes. Yes. Mitch is going to do to you like he did his last ex-girlfriend, Candace, okay? You're going to be Candace part 2. You just don't get too close to him, okay?
Harpole leaving this meeting at Fort Huachuca on September 9th. Now,
he's basically fooling you the way he fooled all his... Actually, I don't know if he's fooling her. I think she's just using him. I think she just is like, this is the perfect fucking thing to like get everybody thinking like I was right. Like, I don't know. There's no way she believes this guy at this point. There's no way. There's no way she believes the bullshit she's selling at this point. No fucking way.
I wanted to give him the platform after I verified where he was to tell his story, but he also had to include the part where he claims that he saw Erica Kirk the night before, also on Fort Huachuca at Candlewood Inn and Suites, okay?
Now, Candlewood Inn and Suites? It's Candlewood Suites, okay? I've been to a lot of Candlewoods in my time. It was one of my favorite hotels when I traveled a lot. So, hey, at least he's got good taste, okay?
Now, truthfully, I put it at 50-50 because, like I said on my show, I believe that he was at this...
That's not a comeback, Illuminati. This is what you guys do. You guys have no comebacks except to just attack and go, oh, Ping is obsessed with Candace. Oh, Ping took the call. Ping took the 7K. You guys are cooked. You're crashing out. You're really crashing out in real time, and you don't even realize it. And your credibility is gone. Okay? So I don't care how popular you think you are, how much the crowd is on your side, you have no credibility with average people. And by the way, it's probably mostly bots. You're probably being propped up and led by bots right now. You're literally thinking you're right because of a bunch of bots promoting your shit. And again, I'm just saying bots because that's my hope that people aren't really this stupid. And then there's this other thing that they always lean back on. Oh, well, look at the views. We're getting so many views. Like, views don't mean you're right, retard. That's not how it works. And the fact that you try to use that as some sort of justification for we're right because we get more views, that just tells me you're retarded and you have nothing going for you. Okay? You have nothing going for you except those views, which will dry up. And I guess when the views dry up, that means you're wrong at that point, right? I guess I know a lot of people will flip the script as soon as the views dry up. As soon as the views dry up, a lot of these fuckers going along with this shit, their script's going to flip real quick. You watch.
This meeting was significant and that it concluded. I felt really strongly that he saw Brian Harpole, but what's his memory like? Are you good at remembering faces? Did you just see another blonde and think that it was Erica Kirk? Genuinely, I thought it was at like 50-50.
No, there are some bots. Albert says not bots, just crazies. There's crazies. There's lefties who are probably just liking this, so they're supporting it because they like the damage it's doing. But there's definitely bots. There's no way there's not fucking bots. We all know how many bots are on the internet. Okay? There's definitely fucking bots behind this shit as well. Don't I know there's a lot of crazy people, but there's no way there's not a bot army behind a lot of this.
Still, until tonight, where all of a sudden there were all these attacks regarding Fort Huachuca. We didn't really know where they were coming from. You got people calling me insane. Alex Jones jumps into the fray. I'm like, what is happening right now? Why does Fort Huachuca have so many people triggered?
She does this every time. She comes up with a crazy, stupid conspiracy. Everybody goes, this is wrong. Here, look, 66% of the data. Ooh, why is everybody so triggered by the Egyptian plane story? No, it's not that we're triggered. It's that you're fucking wrong, you dumb bitch. It's that 66% of the time you claim the plane was here, it actually wasn't. So it's not that we're triggered. It's that you're wrong, you stupid fucking... I think I've called her a bitch enough. I think that's enough bitches for now. Trust me, there'll be more calling her a bitch. Trust me, there'll be more of that. That's what it is. We're not crashing out. We're crashing out at how stupid people are. If we're crashing out about anything, it's at how fucking dumb people on the internet are. That's making me crash out because it's scary. It's scary that my fellow citizens are this fucking stupid.
Well, there were these YouTubers, Paramount Tactical is one of them, who was basically teasing, like, we're going to take down Mitch and show you guys that he's not a credible witness by going.
Hey, Illuminati, we have a strict IQ cutoff here. You do have to have at least an 80 IQ to chat in my comment section. So, FYI, okay? You might get kicked for low IQ. That's a violation of our channel policy.
Going back and going through the files of his marriages and ex-relationships and to show you that he's an abuser. And this is going to be the end of Candace Owens' career, like totally weird and distracting.
No, actually, Valhalla wants you to just get back on track, right? So Valhalla's giving you the chance to go, oops, I got duped by a con artist. It happens. Now let's get back on track. Let's get back to investigating and stop with this sideshow that's just fucking up our investigation. But no, that's not the way you're going to present it, right? Right? You're not going to present it that way. Of course not.
Like, I never told my followers that they should go marry Mitch. I have no idea what he was doing 20 years ago in a relationship. There were no convictions against him that I could find. Whatever. The point is like,
you couldn't find them? Okay, well, you weren't looking. See how quickly she changed that real quick? She's like, oh, wait, I can't say that because obviously there are. That means I didn't do any research.
Adamson-Acker-Polcat super chatted $20. You gotta just lol at the trolls, bro. When you let M piss you off, they win. D don't let M get to ya, man.
No, I'm not mad. I'm fucking having a good time here. And just because I call someone a fucking idiot and call him a retard, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? You want me to sit back and just ignore them? No, I'm at the point now where you're a retard and your IQ is below 90. And yeah, go fuck off. And I'm just going to fight back. I'm not gonna fucking sit here and just let them fucking shoot shots all day and not point out that they're fucking retarded, dude.
Didn't know where this was coming from. Everyone was like, money must have just gone out.
But back to my point. Thank you for the 20, brother. I appreciate it. Back to my point. She clearly didn't do any research. Why? Because, I don't know, she knew the Holy Spirit put Mitch in front of her. Remember, that was her story. Oh, I just knew that God put this email in front of me. And then, I mean, I guess that was enough. That's all she needed. She had a feeling that God was moving Mitch in front of her. I mean, it's insane to me, dude. It's insane. This lady is evil, dude. She is evil.
Like, what is happening? Well, tonight was when they did their live to expose me and accidentally exposed Turning Point USA.
No, I thought average IQ was 80. I mean, I thought average IQ was 100, Toxic Angel. Is it 85 now? Damn, we are fucked. If the average IQ is 85 now, we're totally fucked, dude.
And Erica Kirk. Now, I'm going to show you the messages.
Appreciate community, but they aren't retarded. They are fucking with you. That's the point. No, they're not. They're Candace fans, bro. Are you not familiar with Candace fans? This is the way they act. And every time anybody talks about Candace, and it's not just, oh, Candace is so right and so brave and so this and so that. Like, if you call her out on her bullshit, this is, I mean, go. I guess you have to like follow this shit to understand how these Candace fans are. These are not trolls. These are Candace fans, and this is the way they behave.
Andrew Colvett was apparently live texting this guy Erica's alibi. Now, this means Erica is sending her alibi. Why wouldn't you just send it to me? Obviously, I didn't have a horse in the race of whether or not he saw you at the hotel.
You know why they do it? Because it works, right? People sit here and watch, and then they go, oh, there's people attacking him in the comment section. Oh, and then they get up like Valhalla's own fucking moderator. like had to leave because she got so upset by the trolls attacking people. It's like, bro, I don't know, maybe you guys are getting more upset about it than me, but I'm just gonna fucking point out that they're retarded idiots and they should go watch Candace. But don't let them get to you too, dude. And it's not trolls where they're just trying to like start shit and get me angry. That's not what it is. They're Candace fans. And that's what they do. They're going to attack your credibility. They're going to attack you as like some sort of shill. Like, oh, I'm all of a sudden I'm covering up for Epstein because I happen to do an episode not about Epstein. I'm covering up for Epstein. Like, I'll be seriously, I would ignore them, but I also like to read the chat. So every now and then I'll read the chat, and when I see one of their comments, I will rightfully call them a retard and move on to the next one.
You could have just been like, here's where I was on September 8th, and this whole idea of you even being there would have gone away. Instead, she sends it to Andrew Colvett to send to these obscure YouTubers who are live, and it didn't click with them that Andrew Colvett did not want them to say that he was their source. So this guy just starts live reading them.
No, see, she spins it. It's not that he didn't want them to say he was the source. Like, she's so manipulative, dude. She's a conniving little bitch. She just changes everything around to make it fit her little weird theory she's presenting. No, Erica Kirk sent a photo of her with her kids. And when he sent it, he said, do not share this because Erica Kirk doesn't want photos of her kids out there, their faces. So he said, do not share this. And the guy made a fucking mistake because he was reacting live and he shared it. But she spins it to like, oh, don't share this because they don't want that I'm the one that's pushing this. She just, it's so hard to deal with people that just, they don't care about reality and truth. And it's so obvious with this bitch. She does not care about reality and
Area
truth.
51C super chatted $4.99.
Thank you.
The right was all about taking down the Epstein deep state, but now that Trump is in it and all of a sudden I don't want to cover Epstein.
But I have covered Epstein. I don't know where you've been. Do you watch every episode, Area 51? Because you clearly don't. You just show up when I'm talking about Candace, and then you bring up Epstein as if I'm covering Epstein when I've absolutely covered it ad nauseum at this point, bro. Okay? What are we talking about? Dude, I'm going to start ignoring if it's just the same thing over and over, please send the super chats. I don't mind. You know, you want to keep sending me money. But I'm going to start ignoring your super chats if you just keep saying the same fucking thing over and over and over. Okay? All right? Thank you.
Messages that are coming in from Andrew Colvett, where he proceeds to give an alibi that no one asked for. He's like, this is what Erica was doing on September 9th.
At Andrew Wilson 760 super chatted $2. Candace has been a major letdown this past year, crying.
I think we're just seeing who she really is, dude. I mean, if you look at the beginning of her rise, she was a leftist rallying against racism and bullying on the internet. And then she got a little love from the right because she got attacked by some left-wing people. And so she got some love on the right. And then all of a sudden she realized, oh, I'm getting a lot of traction pushing this kind of conservative, being a conservative black girl. And I think this is always who she's been. And we're just really seeing it right now. That this woman would stab her mother in the chest for an extra 1,000 views on a video. She would push her mother down the stairs for just another fucking extra like on the video. Like this woman is, and she's diabolical. Okay, diabolical. I think that's the word that fits.
The guy said he saw her on the 8th. It's kind of like the Brian Harpole, where they're just like giving us alibis for times that we're not talking about. Again, I wasn't even necessarily pressuring them for an alibi, but he then proceeds to.
Yeah, you were absolutely pressuring, because then as soon as they go, well, why can't you just answer this question? And then now she's not pressuring him for an alibi? What? What?
Walk him through what Erica was doing on September 9th, and he's pretending like she doesn't even know what Fort Huachuca was, even though her mother has a contract with the Department of Defense and would have obviously had to have been familiar with Fort Huachuca, which is in her backyard.
This is because he said Erica was not at some fort in Arizona or something like that. So that means they don't know what Fort Huachuca was. Maybe he just didn't know how to fucking spell it, okay? So he just, yeah, because there's a few times I've had to look up how to fucking spell Fort Huachuca. Dude, this is what happens, like, when you know you can do anything you want and you're going to have a ton of people supporting you even when you're just straight up lying and just fucking manipulating. Like, I don't think she has any concern anymore about lying. She's like, no, lying is actually working for me. So I'm just going to keep lying because I'm now the biggest podcaster in the world. And I did that through lying, through being a fucking conniving little bitch. So, yeah, I'm glad she's, I wonder how she sleeps, though. I bet you she's so psychopathic that she probably sleeps pretty well.
And in Turning Point USA's backyard as well.
At Spocko2181 super chatted $4.99. Area 51 must have stolen his mom's credit card.
Oh, no, I'm sure he has his own money, Spocko. I'm sure he has his own money. Thank you, Spocko. So yeah, look, she conveniently cuts it off at the top where it's very clear that this dude, Melton, I keep forgetting, I think it's Patrick Melton, is that his name? Where this dude requested an alibi because he's doing research. And she cuts that part off. Oh, real convenient, because she wants to make it look like Andrew Covid is directing this behind the scenes rather than him just replying to a text and being like, yeah, here's an alibi.
Again, I would like to point out that no one said Erica was in some fort. No one said.
No one said that now? So that's not what Mitch said when she said, well, the woman with the blue eyes? Like, oh, those eyes, I could never forget those eyes. So is she just changing everything all of a sudden, pretending that never happened?
She was in Tucson, and no one said that they saw her on September 9th anywhere. So I don't know what this is. It's just weird.
I think they got the date wrong because now the date's September 8th. I don't know. I thought it was the 9th. I guess the date's now September 8th. I don't know.
It's a totally strange thing to say. Again, when you have an easy pathway to just reach out to me and say, hey, I saw you mention something.
No, you stupid bitch, because if they reached out to you, you would do this exact fucking thing. If they reached out to you and was like, here's this. Oh, isn't it weird that they're reaching out to me to try to give me an alibi? I didn't even ask for an alibi. Isn't it weird and suspicious? Oh, by the way, I don't believe you anyway. She's, oh my God, dude. There's very few people that piss me off as much as Candace Owens right now. Like, this is just nasty behavior, dude. And the fact that she's just getting rewarded for being an evil fucking bitch. And I mean, karma's got to be fucking waiting its turn. I mean, karma's got to be just sitting around the corner going, yeah, just wait, Candace. You're real happy right now. Karma, please be real. There's no way this evil bitch can get away with this forever, okay?
On September 8th. Here's where Erica was. Notice that's Erica's hand. So that means Erica, the CEO of Turning Point USA, is directing the spokesperson of Turning Point USA, Andrew Colvett, to send her alibi to Paramount Tactical as he is like going into the history of Mitch and supposed to be exposing Mitch for being a serial abuser. But
no, he did expose Mitch. He did. Absolutely. Not just him. Many people.
Actually exposes Turning Point USA. Like, you just cannot make this up.
Yeah, you can. You're making it up right now. You just cannot make this up. You just literally made it up. You just weaved a fucking narrative out of thin air. You stupid fucking hood rat. Oh, no one can make this up. You mean like what you just did right now? Making it up out of thin air? Because that's absolutely not what happened. What happened was this Paramount Tactical guy has Andrew Colvett's number. So he texted him. He said, hey, would you happen to have anything that shows where you were on this date? And then he replied with it. That was it. But no, he's being ordered to do this by Erica Kirk, and it's all coordinated. You're literally making this up.
It's like a PR nightmare, a crisis. Is it just a crisis? Wait, I'm going to show you another message from Andrew being super discreet here.
She can literally make up anything like she's doing right here, and her retard fans will just run with it. They'll just run with it and be like, oh, this is the new thing. Wow, man. I don't know. I know people are getting stupider, but it's so sad how stupid people have become. That's really sad. Pray for humanity, boys. I think it needs it. So yeah, here's the picture that they didn't want them to share because they didn't want pictures of the kids to be out there. Again, cuts off the top where right above here, which we're going to see in a little bit because Alex covered this. Right above here is the initial text from the Paramount Tactical guy asking if he had any kind of, evidence for where they were on that day. And then they go out of their way to do this, and it turns into more proof of them, more proof of the conspiracy. And it's like, dude, why would they even work with you, Candace? At this point, they should be just suing the fuck out of you. That's what they should be doing. All right. Let's move on to the next one. This the one? Yeah, okay. We got Alex here. Oh, no, this is more Candace. Actually, we'll get to Alex in a second because he gives the full story on that text that we were just looking at. My favorite part of the stream was when, after weeks of shrieking that Mitch lied about being a Green Beret, they calmly concede that he actually was a Green Beret and that they are embarrassed to admit that he was. That's what she took away from this? All the shit they uncovered, and she's taking it like it's a victory because it was proven that he was a Green Beret for a year? Man. Oh, and they didn't fully admit that he was at Fort Huachuca and the incident did happen. Oh, and they then fully admit that he was at Fort Huachuca and the incident did happen. Did they do that? Is anybody denying like whether he was at Fort Huachuca? I mean, at that point, what does he have? Does he have like a receipt of his hotel and then the incident report, which a lot of people are kind of sus about? I mean, like somebody said this the other day. If it was a TPUSA that had produced an incident report like that and gave it to Candace, you think Candace would have believed that incident report? No fucking way, but we're supposed to believe it. We're supposed to believe it. Yeah, the public isn't stupid. Yes, they are, Candace. The initial disinformation campaign is failing, so they are now moving into past relationships as some sort of unrelated character test. Public isn't stupid. We're asking about his character. We aren't asking about his character. Well, it matters when it's you have to take somebody's word for it. When somebody has an unbelievable story and all you have is their word. At a certain point, yeah, character does matter at that point. If somebody has a history of lying about shit, that matters, Candace, whether you want it to matter or not. It also matters that one of the guys he claimed was there was absolutely, provably not there. But that doesn't matter to you because I've already seen it in the chat. You guys will just find a way to pretend like that's not real either, right? What's this one? The moment Andrew Kovic was accidentally outed on a live stream. Yeah, Stu Peters is another fucking retard, bro. Some of his reporting on the Trump shit in Pennsylvania was so fucking stupid. It was so fucking stupid. And I think he did some good reporting. I think where he got was like the Las Vegas shooting. Isn't that the right Stu Peters? Like he was like covering the Las Vegas shooting stuff, and I didn't think it was that bad then. I was kind of interested in it, but once I saw his reporting on the fucking Trump attempted assassination, it was like, oh, I lost all respect for that dude. All credibility gone. Andrew Kovic caught live directing YouTubers to clear Erica Kirk's name to the out. See the spin? He's directing them to do this rather than somebody just sent him a fucking text message, dude. So yeah, this is what he said something about. She wasn't in some fort in Tucson. That's what he said. So now that's a big conspiracy because how does he not know Fort Huachuca? He's pretending he doesn't know Fort Huachuca. He probably just didn't know how to fucking spell it. And he's like some fort in Tucson. But again, that's proof. That's proof of something, right? Right? Is this the same one twice? Yeah, it's the same one twice. It happens. It happens. And here's Candace again with her fucking insanity. France, Israel, Australia, The Daily Wire, PragerU, Turning Point USA, Alex Jones, Christian influencers, the entire mainstream media, AIPAC, Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, Big Pharma, and Hollywood versus me. Bitch, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. The reason all these people are coming after you is because you're wrong about so much shit, Candace. Verifiably wrong. And like some of these people actually, like Alex, I know Alex is actually interested that there is a conspiracy there because he says Kash Patel ordered Tulsi Gabbard not to investigate any kind of like extra people, any kind of people that were involved outside of being like a conspiracy as opposed to just being Tyler Robinson acting alone. Apparently, Kash Patel shut that down when Tulsi Gabbard was like kind of seemed to. We'll hear Alex talk about it later, but it sounds like Tulsi Gabbard had some sort of info that she wanted to investigate to see if there was a conspiracy there, and Kash Patel was like, no. And then there was this big fight about it within the administration. I don't know. But there very well could be some real fucking shit there that we're not gonna fucking uncover because we're following Candace Owens and her fucking grift to become the biggest fucking grifter in the world. And we get off the path of actually doing a good investigation. So yeah, everybody's after Candace Owens, right? Everybody's after her. Everybody except Google and social media, right? Everybody. That's funny, right? It's funny how all these people, but not social media. Weird. Social media seems to be the good guys here. So I guess they control everything but social media, and social media are the good guys. That's why they're blasting you to 300,000 concurrent viewers. But yet Alex Jones is banned off everything. Oh, okay. Well, he must be the Israeli shill, not you, right, Candace? As you get blasted into everybody's feed. Oh, I'm not the shill. No, you are the fucking shill. At this point, it's a conspiracy. I think Candace Owens is working for MI6. I think she's a spy. Here we go. We got Alex. See the absolute proof that Candace Owens is knowingly lying to you. This is a new transparent attempt to cover up her past lies that TPUSA held a secret Charlie Kirk assassination summit at Fort Huachuca on September 9th. Owens is now claiming that TPUSA producing an alibi for Erica Kirk is proof that she's guilty. All right, yeah, let's see. Is this where I wanted to start it?
We're not there. So now you change to some high-level person from the Pentagon flying down to inspect the border operation. They announced in July they were going to have this border inspection. And, of course, Fort Huachuca is a major border base. Oh, my God, look, there was somebody from the Defense Department there. That proves it. Now it's about a plane on the 8th. Talk about misdirection.
At Andrew Wilson 760 super chatted $2. She's got main character syndrome.
I think a lot of people do, man. I think people grow up and they think like they're in a movie and they're like the main character of a movie, and they stay with that mindset because that's how people learn about life, is through movies and television and shit. But yeah, I'm sure she's got that, but she's got a lot of problems, bro. She's not a nice person. She's not a nice person.
Magician.
Thank you, Andrew.
Talk about gaslighting. Talk about shell games. Talk about moving the goalposts. I mean, this is insane.
And this is what I predicted she would do. I predicted she would just move on to the next thing, and her simps will just go ride and die.
Absolutely
go right along.
Insane. And here's the total proof. When you watch her, she says Andrew Colvit's running around trying to get people to do this and do it secretly. No, he's contacted. He says, sure, here's proof. You can talk about it, but don't put up the picture. And she knows this. She has this information. But here we have it in HD for you, not just off some live stream. So let's go to the HD document. Andrew, this is from Gary at Paramount Tactical. Hope you had a great time at AmFest. I'm doing an expose.
So this is what she cut off from the text so she could make her bullshit narrative that she just invented out of thin air seem more believable, right? Because when you read this text, it's very clear Andrew Colvit is not coordinating this shit. This guy reached out and asked Andrew Colvit if he had something to show that they weren't there.
Of Mitchell Snow tonight at 6 p.m. ET. So is Nate over at the VFT and Jesse on Fire, who are both no friends of TPUSA, that's the two Green Berets, and is still wholly aligned with Candace at 8 p.m. Can you provide anything proving Erica's whereabouts on the 9th? I know I've heard she was with her mother. Even giving me a statement to confirm this will be helpful. Hard evidence is obviously better. So he gives him hard evidence 3 hours later, okay? But let's just stop. Notice in the video that Candace put out last night on Instagram, she says, what are you doing distracting to the 9th? It's all about the plane and the Pentagon official coming on the 8th. She just started talking about this a couple days ago as her new diversion from the previous lies.
Okay, the guy said he saw her on the 8th. It's kind of like the Brian Harpole where they're just like giving us alibis for times that we're not talking about. Again, I wasn't even necessarily.
It's so dirty, dude. It's like I could make an accusation about anybody. And then like now I pull some shit out of my ass and now you have to prove yourself that you didn't fucking commit a crime. It's like Area 51. Didn't you go on Epstein's plane, Area 51?
Chadazibkan super chatted $5.
I've heard. I have a tip that you were on Epstein's
thinking
plane.
That you were important enough to have every major military contractor going after you, but still being able to stream daily.
Yeah, Dr. Chad, Dr. Sepkin, Chad. I don't think she believes any of this. I think she's, at this point, she knows she's spinning a yarn. She knows she's lying her ass off. I think she doesn't I don't think she believes it. I don't think she's just suffering from some psychosis that she believes this shit. I think she's fully fucking grifting and fully lying her ass off. And the motives there, that's a good question. What is the motive? I mean, she does have connections to MI6. Her husband is a fucking British royal. Just asking questions here. Prove to me that you don't work for MI6, Candace.
Pressuring them for an alibi.
So they all want alibis for the 9th. Now she's like, I don't want alibis. No, this is a distraction from the 8th. And that's why we're all so scared. Or she is the biggest sociopath I've ever seen. She's either gone nuts, is some type of paranoid schizophrenic, or, I think she's cold-blooded evil, folks.
Yeah, she's not nuts, dude. She knows what she's doing. She's probably very intelligent. Okay, you know, this is the sad thing. Some people are very, very smart. Like Mitch Snow, probably a smart guy. Do they use their intelligence to better humanity? No, they use it for evil fucking shit.
So you just saw him reach out 3 hours later. Hey man, sorry, just seeing this, been off my phone. But it's worth saying, laugh out loud, Erica wasn't in some fort in Tucson. The internet has gone insane. She woke up next to Charlie, went to the office with Charlie all day, woke him up from a nap before Fox hit, went to dinner with Charlie. Literally, people are lunatics. And then he sends a screenshot from 8:33 Pacific time, and it's Erica covering up the faces of her kids, and it's got the timestamp and all the rest of it. And Candace doesn't even deny this is real. She just goes, look, it's Erica. She's involved. She's running it. Yeah, she flew to Tennessee to try to get you to stop accusing her of all this and implying she was involved in the murder, which you then deny we have all the compilations of. I mean, this is sick. You accuse.
You could be right. It could be just money.
Hypnaudio
That could
Stream
explain it.
3574 super chatted $4.99. Money is the motive. Fuck with the money, it gets ugly as coyote.
You could be right, but dude, she has so much money already. Like, she's married to a fucking wealthy British royal, dude. Like, she's set for life. Is it still money the motive when you're set for life? Or is there more going on here? Is this a vendetta? Like, is she a scorned woman who's just wants to take down the conservative movement because of what happened with Daily Wire? Apparently, it's becoming very clear Charlie Kirk hated this bitch. She could say as much as she wants that she was their best friend. We were best friends. When Charlie Kirk died, he hated this bitch. He hated the fuck out of her, okay? So there might be a vendetta there, dude. There might be some scorned woman shit going on. Or this might be a fucking deep level conspiracy with social media, with British intelligence, with the left to take this disaster of Charlie Kirk being assassinated by a leftist who was radicalized by the mainstream media, to take that and change the narrative. And, you know, when you have bot armies and social media algorithms to pump what you want, to give something, to make a narrative like in front of everybody and become the thing everybody's like, you got to understand the power of social media algorithms. If they decide, you know, they want to make everybody obsessed with fucking, you know, some show from the 80s that nobody talks about, all of a sudden that's in your algorithm. Everybody's talking about it. And now this show from the 80s everybody forgot about is fucking back in pop culture again because the algorithms pushed it. It's like these algorithms are so powerful, and that's why we have to actually get transparency. We got to get social media under control, and we have to have transparency with the algorithms. And I don't know, probably some laws as well to make sure that the system's not being gamed for shady shit like what we're seeing right now.
People, you do all this, you have a lunatic. No,
it's like 2 years ago, anybody, if Alex Jones would have been doing that, he would have been banned. Anybody else doing that 2 years ago, what she's doing now, would have been banned. But now, well, I guess social media is just they're good guys now, okay? They're not the bad guys anymore. You know, YouTube, Google, they're not the bad guys that are controlling speech and banning everybody. They're actually for free speech. And this is probably what they'll end up saying. Like to explain why she's getting so many views doing this, if she's uncovering some high level conspiracy.
Hypnaudio Stream 3574 super chatted $1.99. Candace is bad faith.
Candace.
It was a Lil Wayne lyric, Tears of Joy.
She's definitely bad faith. If only it was bad faith, it probably wouldn't be that bad. Jesus, dude, I think she worships the devil. I think that's what's going on. I think she literally worships the devil.
Con man on.
I don't know, just asking questions. Do you worship the devil, Candace Owens? Because I got a tip in my email last night sent to me. By the way, the Holy Spirit told me that tip was 100% true. Do you worship the devil, Candace? Okay. What I need from you to make sure you don't worship the devil is I will need receipts of you at church. I will need videos of you doing the Hail Mary prayer. I just need proof that you're actually a Christian and you're actually worshiping Christ and not the devil. Because I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Just spiritually, something's not right here.
Serial wife and child abuser, and you raise him hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then people obliquely defend themselves, and you spin up this giant story and sick your mob of lunatics on them? Wow. Proof she was with her kids at 8:33 a.m. Pacific time. Don't share taking them for a walk before going to the office. And that turns into he's covertly putting out an alibi, but don't share because they don't want people to know he's involved as their PR spokesperson. No, Erica didn't want the picture of her kids shared. I mean, this is so sick, people. And again, her saying, I never implied anybody, TPUSA or anybody killed.
At Chadazibkan super chatted $5. When it comes to YouTube, I always remember QAnon saying patriots are in charge, trust the plan.
Yeah, this is what Alex is saying. This is Q. This is, Candace is now resurrecting Q, but like the old Q was like a white pill where it's like, oh, don't worry, we're in charge of everything. Oh, everybody's going to get arrested and blah, blah, blah. And this new Q is like a black pilled Q. But yeah, it's Q all over again. And to be honest, I always thought Q was a deep state operation to basically pollute the minds of Trump supporters. I mean, I think that about, well, not specifically with Trump supporters, but I think Flat Earth is also possibly a deep state conspiracy to see how gullible and stupid people are. And I think they figured out with Flat Earth, like, oh shit, people are really gullible and really stupid. We can get away with a lot of shit. But yeah, I don't know. I could be wrong. It could just be money, man. That could be the motive, but it wouldn't surprise me if there's some high-level intelligence shit going on behind this.
Charlie? And we have all these compilations of her basically saying it.
Thank you for
Just
the super
48
chat,
hours later, conveniently catch a bullet to the throat before our on-stage reunion could happen. It's a yes or a no. Yeah, I'm putting the fire here right at the feet of Turning Point because I am disgusted. When we go back and we look at the calendar and we see that request went out in mid-July, it drives me insane. It just screams at me that this was an inside job, okay?
And then she's also like, oh, Snow.
That's her evidence. That's always her evidence. It's just, I just feel like it just screams at me that it's an inside job. And now the whole world is going to run with it, and you guys have to prove that you're innocent. Because I had a feeling that spiritually something didn't feel right.
He rightfully said the units that are at Fort Huachuca, only an insider would know that. It says at the entrance of the base what group is at Fort Huachuca. So in her video last night, and this post she put out, she's like, whoa, Mitch Snow knew what units were based there. I mean, that is incredible. It's only on the front entrance, these places. It's like, man, they pulled into McDonald's and they knew it was McDonald's. Or Mitch said they pulled into a Walmart and it was Walmart.
It's always so stupid and so easy to debunk this shit. That's really what's so frustrating. Like, how are you guys still thinking this is like anything other than a fucking elaborate grift? Or, could be worse.
Mackerel. This is next level horseshit. And you watch it, it's like your soul is being drained away by this gossip demon, this spirit of deception.
Did somebody have a kid? Boy or girl, who had a kid? Add Mike? Did somebody have a kid? Sir Brandon Goofmax? Or whoever had a kid, congratulations. You're saving humanity. Guys, we all need to have children as much as possible immediately, okay? Go out and get somebody pregnant. Or get pregnant yourself right now, okay? We need it. We need to get our population up.
Great talk shows, Dark Waters.
Congratulations, whoever had a baby.
Broke it down. Let me say this before I get to some other final points here. I don't follow gossip shows. And Candace has basically gotten politically where she doesn't really cover conservative topics. She just attacks conservatives and populists and Trump. And it's based. That's why the Democrats love her.
Oh, was that just a joke, Sir Brandon? Damn, you had me all excited. Someone was having a baby. I was like, oh, that's great. Seriously, I want you guys to have as many children as you can, okay? And then when they're 18, have them come watch me. But they got to be 18 first. I cuss too much. But yeah, it's just a joke. Damn, I got my hopes up.
That's why YouTube booster. But I remember when Kennedy was being confirmed, or right when the confirmation began, it was pushed viral on the internet.
I remember this.
Instagram, Facebook.
This was Ian Carroll doing this as well. Remember all the RFK's blackmailed because he's on the Epstein list, et cetera, et cetera. And then that just all went away.
Facebook, YouTube, X, everywhere. And I was meeting 2 people to hike on the Greenbelt at like 7 a.m. one Saturday morning. And I'm listening, because it was pushed on me, to Candace talking about RFK Jr. might be under the control of an Israeli spy sex operative. Because it was pushed. I wasn't even looking for it. It was just pushed everywhere. And I get out of the car, and the Navy SEAL guy I work out with, has it on too. And the other person that met us there, we all get out, we're all listening to it. And so we hike and listen to like an hour and a half of this, and we all go, man, it's weird. None of it made sense. There was no proof. But she goes, I just feel this woman who has a...
Yeah, I haven't watched Ian for a while now. Ian going with that exploding mic bullshit again. Is he back with that? Is he really back doing that? Because remember, it was the mic electrocuted him, and now the mic exploded, and it's like, it's so clearly a grift at this point. And man, they're going to run with this as long as they can. And the views are so fucking good. Like, these dudes are killing it view-wise. Like, I see Coach Colin, he's fucking murdering views. Like it's insane how many views Coach Colin is getting. And I at a certain point, I almost understand. It's like, oh my God, all these views. Maybe I should just keep grifting and keep just going along with whatever this crowd wants me to do so I can keep these views up. A lot of people get fucking captured. It's what you call audience capture. And it's sad. It happens to great people. They get audience captured by a little bit of views, man. And it's like, we need to really care about truth. If we don't care about truth, we're fucked. And if all it takes is just giving somebody extra views to turn them into a fucking lying piece of shit, then we're fucked. We're fucked. Totally fucked.
Car that we think Kennedy paid for is a Mossad agent, and it connects to Epstein, and that's how Kennedy, is being controlled, and that it's going to be Kennedy on the Epstein list. And I'm just like, what the hell? And I'm like, guys, you notice this is right when the confirmations are starting next week. And when Bill Gates is spending hundreds of millions trying to take him down. And I was like, man, I got a bad feeling she's working for the bad guys. They're like, no, she's good. Come on. I'm like, all right. Now those folks have both come around. They're like, yeah, this is bad. Because now when you go back and look at what she does, right at key points, right at key confirmations, she attacks.
Yeah, Donnie Mac. Coach Colin got hit with a copyright from Joe Rogan and Sean Ryan. I reached out to him to help him with the Joe Rogan stuff and explain to him. I was like, because I got Coach's number, and I reached out to him. I was like, oh, okay, I can reach out to Jamie for you to get it fixed, because it's easy to get fixed. It's a lot of times it's some fucking third party that's just getting too aggressive. Like, it's happened to me, and then I didn't hear anything back from him. So I think he just did what I told him, which was just dispute it. All you got to do is dispute it. They'll probably deny the first one, but the second one they won't, because that's when these retarded companies that handle this shit will actually look into it and realize they made a mistake on the second dispute. But yeah, I reached out to help with them. I like Coach Colin. Like, I liked his Joe Rogan coverage. He made it real easy to like not have to watch every Rogan episode, but still like kind of catch some of the cool shit that happened. That's why it's disappointing to me to see Coach just, I don't know, man. I don't think he believes this shit either. He can't be this stupid to believe this shit. He really can't. But shout out to Coach. I hope he comes back to fucking reality at some point.
And so I don't think she's mentally ill. I don't think she has psychosis or postpartum. I mean, I think she's cold-blooded, man. And you watched her on that Instagram last night. She's smiling. It's funny. And she just came out and Erica Kirk and the congressman and the head of TPUSA security are at this meeting to kill.
That shit's all an act too. I think she's acting like she's putting on the act that her audience wants her to put on.
Charlie, I didn't say that. Yeah, you and your people did. It's overwhelming. The military, it looks like they did it. it's just insane. But that's the only way the Democrats can take down MAGA. Trump's not perfect. We hold his feet to the fire. But who can say it'd be better to have Kamala Harris? The carbon tax is getting killed. Kennedy taking the dyes out and the mercury out of the shots and banning the mRNA shots. And it just goes on and on. Now, Democrat judges today are trying to block it all. And then Trump trying to stop all these wars and doing all these great moves for the economy and no tax on tips. And
I don't know. It's possible that Candace never actually liked Trump because I remember reading that Candace had like wrote a bunch of shit. Like, remember the grab him by the pussy stuff? Like, Candace was not a Trump supporter, and then overnight she became a Trump supporter. Which, look, that happens. That doesn't mean she's a liar, and she's just grifting. But it's very possible she is. Let's see. I think I got timestamps for this one. What were the timestamps? 7. Yeah. Let's jump to 7. Here's some more from Alex.
Let's
get to 7 minutes.
He got the call. His handler's Laura Loomer. Give me a break. So they use that to say, oh, look, he got the call. His handler's Laura.
Go back a little bit.
They're all accusing me because Laura Loomer was on the show and I talked to her on the phone and she said, oh, she told me to go after her. I didn't remember that conversation.
Laura Loomer is she's a nasty piece of work, dude. She knew what she was going to, problem she was going to cause for Alex by saying that. She knew that 100%. By the way, Laura Loomer and Candace Owens, they're the same. They're the same. Exactly the same.
She was telling me they were like work for Qatar. I didn't agree with her. I was trying to convince her it wasn't the case. I said, maybe British intelligence, not Tucker, but her.
By the way, Alex, you should have stopped answering Laura Loomer's call a long fucking time ago, okay? Why don't you answer my calls, okay? Stop answering retards like Laura fucking Loomer, who everybody knows is a retard not to be trusted. Stop answering her calls, bro. Please.
So they use that to say, oh, look, he got the call. His handler's.
Donnie Brook, what's up? Merry Christmas, brother.
Donnie Brook 3119 super chatted $2.17. Merry Christmas, ping you, absolute Chad.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate the kind words. Thank you so much.
Laura Loomer, give me a break. No, more like the Easter Bunny. So that's what they throw at.
I hope at this point Alex is not going to answer Laura Loomer's calls, okay? No more answering Laura Loomer's calls. Just don't do it.
Me when I do this. And now I saw a bunch of her surrogates, a bunch of her ring wraiths, a bunch of her priesthood saying, hey, Alex, we don't care if she's accurate. We're taking down TPUSA. And I know the inside baseball from Charlie, all the stuff they've got, haven't released yet, but they brought her 2 Mondays ago and said, you want this out? What Charlie really thought about you? And how it was on the website, you weren't part of it 2 years ago? And how you're milking this and all this other stuff? And so they brought her this stuff, and they brought her where people were and all the rest of it. And she's like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. And then 2 days later has this.
Laura Loomer, like when I say Shirley Belly says Loomer might be controlled opposition, Loomer is like Candace. She's a complete fucking psychopath. She's a psychopathic fucking narcissistic. I mean, I can't give her I'm not a doctor to diagnose what mental illness but this lady is fucking crazy, Laura Loomer, dude. And I see similarities with Candace to where like they will do anything to further their career.
This guy on who they're releasing all his records, his real name, his family, his kids are coming on, adults that are Army veterans. I mean, this is going to be devastating, ladies and gentlemen. And I tried to get Candace not to go there because my listeners, everybody's like, whoa, Fort Huachuca, the plan to kill. I said, that doesn't make sense. It's none of those things happen. I said, let me go look. So then we start checking, and here's everybody's, here's their plane tickets, here's their stubs, here's their info, here they are on C-SPAN. And so I'm like, oh, well, Candace must be being misled by this guy. Hey, watch out, Candace. They go, ooh, that's a threat. No, I'm a straight talker. Watch out, you're being set up. So there's a concerted effort all over the place to take down TPUSA. It's got 2.5 million people registered to vote in the last election. They are totally pissed off at it. It doesn't mean it's above reproach. Doesn't mean it should be investigated. Doesn't mean I don't have some issues with them. But I will not sit there. I notice Candace's camp followers are like, you'll be discredited. We'll come after you. We'll do this and that. You're unpopular doing this. I don't give a rat's ass.
Nah, dude, truth always wins. Doesn't matter how fucking angry the crowd gets at you because you point out something they don't like. Doesn't matter. Eventually, truth wins. Eventually, Candace Owens will get her karma, and everybody, the bot army will fucking go away, and she's gonna have no credibility, and everybody's gonna just go, oh, you're listening to Candace? She's an idiot. Why would you listen to anything Candace says? That bitch is fucking crazy and she's wrong about everything. That is the ultimate outcome. And it may take some time to get there, but truth wins usually in the long run. I sure hope it does.
I've never done something because I believe it'll make me popular. I'd have taken the money from the globalists decades ago if I was to do that. You got the wrong guy. Yeah, look at Candace. France, Israeli, Australia, the Daily Wire, PragerU, Turning Point USA, Alex Jones, Christian influencers, entire mainstream media, APAC, Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, Big Pharma in Hollywood versus you. Yeah, right. You position yourself perfectly to always be the victim. How about MI6? How about your husband? How about Keir Starmer waging war against Trump and Elon Musk? How are they doing? No, you changed the subject. You said there was a meeting at Fort Huachuca with all these people that have been proven to be somewhere else. What about the congressman from Nevada?
Congressman, thank you.
Ahmadai, not even involved in all this. Doesn't he know these people? And he's in there. You've just made him this. We're like, hey, this isn't right. He's on C-SPAN. He's voting. And you're like, oh, the whole world against you. Well, you're the one out there claiming you know how it all works. And then she says, and our people say, I never really said the military was involved. I never said this meeting was about killing him. What the hell? That's what you've all said.
Yeah, Donnie Mac says after the trial, all the BS will fall apart. I bet a lot of FOIAs will be sent out. Laugh out loud. You would think, right? You would think the trial would be a possible point where this will come crashing down, but we'll see. I mean, the way her crowd's behaving, I mean, I guess whoever's paying for the bots, you know, once they decide to take their credit card off of the bots, maybe that might be the end of it. The sad part about the crowds is the crowd psychology. You can make real people follow something based on bots making it look popular. If, you know, because they follow the crowd. People see, oh, this is popular. What's going on? Everybody's watching this. And people are psychologically manipulated by the crowd. And you can make bots look like the crowd and and manipulate all these fucking people. So we'll see, man. We'll see. But yeah, the trial is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. But it might just be another opportunity for her to grift even harder. Because nobody's going to believe it. It's going to be a conspiracy. The state's making things up and blah, 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 blah. So she might even get bigger during the trial. That's possible. We'll see.
So just stop lying to us. Stop talking to us like we're like this. The Democrats said they were going to kill him. They said they were going to kill him beforehand. They celebrated killing him. They had a guy up front saying, oh, I shot him as a diversion so the guy could get away. You have the shooter wearing his trans tie and looking all excited and proud of himself when he's in the hearing. I'm not saying he didn't have help. I'm not saying there can be other shooters because Kash Patel's covering up. I don't know what that is. But just because there's a cover up doesn't mean you can then say, Fort Huachuca, and I saw Candace Owens there. It's the same level of lunacy here. So here she is saying she just can't see how it is in the U.S. military now because this guy told her so. We're like, watch out, watch out. We were being nice back then.
Yeah, we got to be done being nice because it's clear that like this is not her just making a mistake and then you try to help her with her investigation to get her right on the path. No. It's very clear she's just a lying piece of shit, manipulative bitch. She's a trifling bitch. And you can't be nice when you know somebody's not acting in good faith. That's it, Alex. I'm totally fucking just done. I'm just done. I'm done placating her stupid fans. I'm done placating her stupid fucking made up theories that she just concocts out of thin air and that we're all supposed to debunk the fucking shit she just made up in her mind 10 seconds ago. Like, I'm done with it. I'm not playing nice anymore.
And now everybody in the world's against her. That's right. Her against the world. And then we'll go to Ryan Matta, who does this anti-human trafficking. Had him as a guest, been nice to him. Says all this mean stuff, says things about me that aren't true. I talked about this yesterday because I've seen a bunch of them doing this. They're like, oh, yeah, that's not true. He's like, hey, we don't care if she's wrong. We're sick of TPUSA. This is their standard thing. Like, end justifies the means. So here's the clip of him saying that. And then, again, them running around all trying to deny these alibis. Now the alibi's been proven. Oh, well, we don't care. Oh, you don't. Oh, this guy just said that. She was vetting it. She wasn't sure. No, she said she was sure over and over again. Here's a clip of her.
Well, what I'm about to tell you guys today is going to positively blow your mind. I just cannot see how this would lead to anything other a full confession from the government about the military's involvement in his assassination, but I'm just going to deliver the facts and see where they land. There are sort of smoking guns in this that are missing, right? It's one thing to point out all the lies, but we need to also have solid, concrete proof of something that took place that was out of the ordinary in the days leading up, maybe, I don't know, a planning session. Well, I got back home after this very intentional prayer, and don't tell me why. I don't know what came over me, but maybe it was this intentional prayer. The person that I spoke with.
You know, ever since Davey pointed out that her eyes are like really far apart, I never really noticed. I was like, she's got beautiful eyes. And then Davey's like, yeah, her eyes are very far apart. He's right, dude. She does have unusually distanced eyes. I can't unsee it now, Davey. Thank you.
His name is, or was, Harry, and he told me a story which I have since fact-checked various elements, the elements that I could fact-check.
Yeah, you didn't even look up his criminal record to see if he was a known liar with a history of lying and making things up. You didn't even look that up. It's very clear you didn't.
And it's legit. This is a legit story that I'm about to share with you. And I want to say before I relay it that the descriptions of the people are based off of his own memory, but the facts pertaining to where he was, whether he was where he says he was, for the reasons that he says that he was there, he is being honest. Okay? I can tell you that he's being 100% honest. Now he says to me, communicated this to me very clearly, so Candace, I know how these meetings work. These are the meetings that are had ahead of an operation. Like when an operation is being confirmed, you have these final meetings and they involve all the higher ups. And
we're waiting for Donnie Mac. We're still waiting on that confession from the military. Yeah, she said it's at a point where like the evidence is so clear that the military is probably going to confess to it. Yeah, I'm waiting on that. Also, I'm waiting for the update on the planes. Remember, she's supposed to release this detailed fucking data spreadsheet or whatever, like. Because obviously it changes, like, oh, now the story is that these planes obviously are Israeli planes masquerading as Egyptian planes. There's a lot of things we're waiting on. I'm waiting for an update on the French hit squad that was put out to kill her. I'm waiting for an update on that one. There's a lot of updates we need, but that's how she works. She just moves on. She says some crazy shit, and then when like that kind of dries up, she needs more crazy shit to feed her audience, and she just moves on to the next crazy fucking theory.
And you are trying to do this in a very isolated location where, you know, people are not going to accidentally happen upon you because they've got something to say about what happened 35 years ago. And he happens to walk in at the exact time that they are concluding a meeting. And he is kind of even more impressed because he sees about 12 lieutenant colonels. And then he sees 3 men walk out, and he said, certain that the person that is with him is Brian Harpel. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's about to get even more interesting. So, and again, I'm going to say allegedly because I wasn't there, but I have spoken to this guy and I very much trust what he is saying. I think he is very credible. Okay.
Harry. Well, 3 names on our show? Oh, we know we know his real name is coming out today. None of those. We have the records, all of it. We're going to let other folks that broke that break it. But again, you heard her. Oh, I don't see any way the U.S. military isn't now complicitly involved. Oh, we didn't say that. We never said that. Just asking questions. Why would you do something like this, knowing it's going to discredit an investigation of the real help that Tulsi Gabbard said a foreign government was involved in? They had evidence. That's been killed by Patel. That's what we need to be focusing on. That's the head of the Office of National Intelligence.
Of course, it's Tulsi trying to do good work. Tulsi, I always believe in you, Tulsi. I believe in you, Tulsi. Yeah, dude. I was a big time supporter of Tulsi early on. I still support her. I think she's still probably one of the best decisions Trump made was to make her DNI. Yeah, there is some shit here that there are questions worth asking. There are possible cover-ups and conspiracies, but we're never going to talk about it because what we'll be talking about is Candace and her made up fucking bullshit.
Instead, she said this, she believes this is all good. Then she has him on days later and he says, oh, by the way, Erica Kirk was there too. And then Candace says, oh, well, here's another person. Was he there? Oh, he was there too. Well, I guess, I mean, and I'm supposed to sit here and take this and like sign on to say, well, whatever she says, A-OK. And the planes thing, 66% of the time, the planes weren't even on this continent, she said they were. Oh, but she's going to publish all the proof soon. She'll have a special website. Well, I'm not going to hold my breath, Cupcake. So you're under a spotlight now. Because if you actually watch her show, all it does is undermine Trump. And you got this whole constellation of people claiming they're patriots, and all they do is attack. They never talk about the left or the globalists or any of this. And her show now is loved by the left, boosted by YouTube, boosted by the media, boosted by it all.
True. They always ignore that convenient fact. You know, if you're calling out this global fucking government conspiracy, blah, 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 they would not be boosting you on fucking YouTube and giving you the biggest show on YouTube. YouTube would do that if you were fucking somehow helping them in their side. The people they like to be elected. And let's not pretend Alphabet, Google, all these social media platforms are not riding for the left. We know they are. That's an indisputable fact. It's crazy, bro. But Alex is the shill. Alex is the one who got the call. The guy who got nuked off of everything. The guy who's going to lose everything he's ever worked for. The guy who's literally a victim of the global fucking deep state apparatus, whatever you want to call it. But no, Candace is the one. Candace is the one. And it's just, I guess the social media just let her slip through and just didn't realize that she was huge. They didn't realize how many views she was getting. Sure.
So let's go to Ryan Matta. You want an example? There's many of these. Go ahead and challenge me, folks. I'll play more tomorrow.
Yeah, Cassie, exactly. A lot of people don't understand this. Cassie Gender on 3022 says, I feel like they are purposely not telling the public all the evidence because it would hurt the trial. Yeah, that's how things work before a trial. That's very hush-hush. But again, that's more evidence of a cover-up because they're not giving us all the evidence and telling us everything. No, it's going to come out in the trial.
Saying, hey, we don't care whether it's right or not. We're going with it. These guys said, they're all the same talking points. Like last week they said, Alex, you're tone deaf.
Yeah, they don't care if it's right because they're getting so much fucking money, dude. They're getting so much attention and so many views. They don't care if it's right or wrong. That's the reality. They'll say, well, it's because it's because they're fucking grifting. It's because they prefer views over truth. That's what it is. So yeah, they don't care if they're wrong. There's the views. Look how many views this video got, for fuck's sake. What do you mean? I'm supposed to care what's right or wrong when I'm getting all these views? Yeah, you actually are. You actually are. As a fucking moral human being, you're supposed to put truth over fucking views, dude. And if the audience doesn't realize there's people out there that are putting views over truth and they refuse to punish them for doing that, well, that's on you, audience.
You're not reading the room. They don't like what you're saying. This is unpopular. You think I give a damn what's popular? I set the trends. I don't follow them. I lost 170 radio stations, some of them the biggest in the biggest cities, after 9/11 for pointing out there were bombs in the building, having firefighters and police on. You think I give a rat's ass? You think I care about you little people? Yeah. No, you're bottom feeders. And so you just spew your Mossad crap and all that BS, and Laura Loomer joining in to hijack it and say like she's telling what to say. Very suspect right there. Absolutely ridiculous. She was sending me messages after she was a guest on about a coup at the Pentagon plan, about, Tucker's Qatari and all this. So I called her and said, what's the proof? Had a discussion with her. That turns into I'm working for her. That's all you got. No, don't change the subject from, he was at Fort Huachuca, you claim in some letter you sent, to all these people are there. I could go to a Walmart parking lot tonight and say I saw Santa Claus screwing reindeer. If I don't have video or proof, it didn't happen. And I'm like, hey, I got metadata. I was at the Walmart parking lot in North Austin.
She loves to use that word, metadata. I think her audience is so stupid that when she uses metadata, they think like that's some extra level of evidence. And it's like, you mean he sent you a screenshot of his phone? Like, what are you talking about, the metadata? Like, she's got some high level fucking intelligence agency, like going over like all the fucking deep dive metadata. Like, where did the phone ping? Where was the phone pinging at this time? It's like, bitch, they sent you a screenshot of their phone. It's metadata.
And you're like, you said you saw Santa Claus screwing reindeer. Or you saw the Easter Bunny playing a organ. It isn't that I can prove I went to Walmart parking lot. Show me the Easter Bunny screwing Santa Claus. Got it? Yeah, don't change the subjects here. You said a bunch of innocent people were at this base, and they've all got proof alibis, and now you want to change the subject. He was at Fort Huachuca. You suppose. Now he's got 4 names. Go to Ryan Madden.
Alex Jones is crashing out so hard right now. It's kind of hard to wrap your head around. Like,
This is all the same thing every time. Rather than address his fucking argument and address what he's putting forward, oh, he's crashing out so hard right now. This is an epic fucking generational crash out. And it's like, okay, so you're just copying what everybody else says on the internet. You're copying the lingo of the internet, but you're not going to actually address the substance of his argument. So who's actually crashing out? The guy who actually is presenting an argument that needs to be addressed, or the guy refusing to address the argument and just says you're crashing out? Which one's actually crashing out? This could be a lesson in life, so you can actually figure out, because everybody's going to accuse the person they don't like of crashing out. That's the new MO of everybody now. I don't like this guy. He's crashing out. No, well, you're the one crashing out. No. In the future, it might be helpful to actually know who's really crashing out, okay? And it's a good rule of thumb is whoever's the first person to accuse the other person of crashing out, that's who's actually crashing out.
think again.
It's the he who smelt it dealt it theory, and I think it fits. I think it fits for this. What's up, Dr. Chad?
At Chadazibkan super chatted $5. Just check the metadata on Ping Trip stream and uncovered nodes from Raytheon and Fort Huacha.
Oh, dude. When they find out that I was at Fort Huachachuca, I'm going to be in trouble, bro. Yes, I was there. I was there on September 8th, okay? Erica Kirk was there too, so... All right. Fuck. I wasn't supposed to tell anybody.
I tried to warn him that he's just not reading the room. And by reading the room, I mean...
Not reading the room, meaning following the crowd. You're not... why would you go against what the crowd wants? You read the room. The crowd's angry at you. No. It doesn't give fucking... It doesn't matter 2 fucking cents what the crowd thinks, bro. Okay? I'm sorry. The way the crowd goes is not the way truth is. It's like... Oh, if the crowd's over here and this is popular, then that means that's right. No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. And that's also another fucking ad hominem. It's like to use popularity as like evidence of you being correct. Like, no, it doesn't work that way. And the fact that we fall for that shit gives a lot of power to social media to make things look correct when they're not, just by boosting them in the algorithm. So social media boosts something in the algorithm, and that means it's correct because a bunch of people saw it and commented, and it got more likes than the other guy. So that means that's what's right. Dude, if that's the level of thinking we're dealing with, it's so disingenuous, dude.
You just don't understand, right? It's after everything that we've learned about MK Ultra, everything we learned about Operation Fast and the Furious, everything we learned about Obama drone striking American citizens on foreign soil without a warrant. I mean, the list goes on and on. The JFK, the MLK, the RFK assassination.
Okay, but address the alibi that one of the guys he said was there was not there. Address the location data for the Egyptian planes being wrong 66% of the time. No. You're not going to address that, right? It's just going to be attacking Alex and going, well, but the government lied about everything. So how could you believe this? Because, you trust the government. It's like, no, we're talking actual facts here and trying to like actually come up with what really happened. But you guys are not interested in that, obviously. Put your tongue back in your mouth, fuckhead. Don't stick your tongue at me like that, dude. I don't like that, bro. Put your tongue back in your fucking mouth, bro. Okay?
You attacking Candace Owens, the only person asking questions, even if they're wrong, even if she has a bad theory. What the fuck does it matter, Alex? You don't have better shit to cover. You don't have anything else to talk about.
Literally, what does it matter if we're wrong? He's right. Alex is right. He's saying that. What's up, Dr. Chad?
Chadazibkan super chatted $5. I once got accused of not reading the room at a party full of petal files.
Oh, that's not the type of party you should be going to, Dr. Chad. But yeah, I mean, read the room, guys. Read the room, just be wrong because the crowd wants you to be wrong.
You're the one who started this war. You're the one who started all of this nonsense. And nobody cares about whatever the fuck you're presenting, right? We don't. Honestly, I don't. Anyways, I want questions answered.
All right, that's good. We'll stop there. So because we've been lied to in the past, and there's a cash shell cover-up, which I first exposed, that's a real dangerous thing to do. Then we're supposed to believe whatever she says and blaming innocent people and discrediting the whole thing. And I started the war. I went and investigated these incredible claims. Was it really this Fort Huachuca? Was this really all this stuff? And it wasn't true.
Yeah, I mean, the first time I covered Candace was when she started talking about France putting a hit out on her. And I didn't know what to think at that point. At that point, I was like, dude, if this is true, this is insane, and we need to really fucking hold France accountable. And then I started really digging in. That's when I really got on the beat of this story, this Candace Owens shit. And, God, man, I didn't want to cover this shit. I didn't want to cover it. I didn't want to listen to I can't stand listening to Candace. Like, I can't. I mean, I have to put her episodes into Grok and put the transcripts in there to summarize it. And it saves me a lot of fucking time, but it also saves me the headache of having to listen to this dumb bitch talk. It's triggering to me just listening to her talk. The gossipiness of it is just like, I can't focus. Like I my brain will just go somewhere else because it knows to like protect itself from like gossipy, annoying women. Yeah.
And so I'm supposed to just, well, we don't trust the system, so we'll just believe whatever a talk show host says. That is the most immoral, morally bankrupt garbage you could ever see. It's crazy. You did this. I nicely questioned the planes. I'm a demon. I said, you better watch out. This guy's a kook on this Huachuca thing.
Yeah, I know you were joking, Dr. Chad. I know. I was joking too.
Oh, you're work for the Messiah.
Much love, bro.
And now you've got, no one cares. You're saying, oh, you're discredited. Oh, no one cares. Yeah, let's see where we are in a couple years here, bro. About $1 every time I was told I was finished, I'd be a trillionaire. You're a fool. So just fill your hand. Enjoy yourself. Now, Patrick Byrne's going to break real, bona fide, massive intel. This isn't vagaries. This isn't hyperbole. This isn't made up Fort Huachuca crap. This is the receipts on massive Venezuelan penetration of the White House at the highest levels. And this is dangerous. When the White House source called me and I checked with another, they said, yeah, we got Patel came to the meeting, here's through there. They ordered it all shut down, foreign involvement and domestic. And I said, well, why are you giving this to me? Well, you know why. We're giving it to you, man. This is dangerous.
I mean, that's crazy. If that's true, man, if that's true that there's evidence of a larger fucking conspiracy, because I always thought when you saw all those X messages where people predicting exactly what happened to Charlie Kirk and saying, watch what happens, something's going to happen. Like, that's just fucking off the wall, dude. Like, seems to me there must have been like some like leftist furry party where people talked about it or some shit. Like somehow there's some people that had to have known some shit was going to go down. And if it's true that Kash Patel shut this down, I mean, Kash Patel, you're such a disappointment. Such a disappointment, bro. People had such high hopes for you, Kash Patel. And you've let us all down. And you should be ashamed of yourself.
We can't do it. We were there. I did it. It was all true. Don't you tell me about how you're out there and you're the holy ones. No, what you do is you make shit up and then you sit there and discredit the whole thing. Now, how many of you are globalist toppers? I don't know, but there's definitely people feeding this. And I gave Candace a chance to realize she's being set up, but she's doubled down. So now she's an accomplice to it. Now, when we come back before Patrick Byrne comes on, I'm going to play you a clip of Apocalypse Now.
So, yeah. What do we got next? Let's see. I think we might have a little bit more. Yeah, this is the Laura Loomer. So Laura Loomer just jumps into the conversation out of nowhere. This crazy nutso. I'm proud to say that I'm responsible for real Alex Jones seeing the light as it pertains to how malicious and insane real Candace O has been. A couple of weeks ago, Alex Jones and I had a very long private conversation about some bad actors in the woke right. And Alex told me he was starting to come around to what I've been saying for the last 2 years. Eventually, more people will wake up to this psyop. Do you take this crazy bitch's word? Listen, never take this bitch's word, okay? She's crazy. If you don't know, do some research, okay? I don't want to do a whole Loomer episode, but this bitch is fucking crazy, okay? And it's very convenient because they're using this to attack Alex as if, Laura Loomer's his handler. Can you imagine if Laura Loomer was actually Alex Jones' handler? That'd be so fucking funny, bro. That would be so funny. No, I haven't talked to Alex in a while. I sent him a text. I said I'd like to get him on a live stream, but Alex is a busy man, so I'm not expecting a response to his text. I might get Rex on soon. I mean, I don't know. I thought I was going to have Rex on. There was like 3 days in a row where I had plans to have Rex on, but he canceled on me 3 days in a row. Rex Jones, Alex's son, for him to talk about it. But apparently Rex wants to watch every Candace Owens episode first, and then maybe he'll come on and talk about it. I think people are scared of this crowd. Because like he's seeing how his dad's being attacked, how his views are going down, and how everybody's calling him out, and like that scares people. People don't want to be attacked by a mob like that. So I mean, I get it. He wants to really know what he's talking about before he talks about it. But I would have liked to have him on. It would have been fun to have him on. I would have done this same episode, but with Rex here to add his input as well. So that would have been great. Maybe in the future we can get it done. So yeah, and then this retard Stu Peters. Turns out Alex Jones did actually sell out to Jewish interests, and his entire crusade against Candace is Jewish propaganda from Laura Loomer. That's the kind of retarded shit that they come back with. Oh yeah, this is him responding to the claim about Laura Loomer. We'll watch this. No, it's another one where he's filming himself while he's driving. Alex, you got to stop doing this, bro. What's going on?
Almost.
Why is it
all right, folks, Merry Christmas. Christmas Day 2025.
Weird. Something. You see how I was doing that on X? Like full screen and it goes all weird sideways like that? That's crazy, dude. All right, I guess we can't watch it full screen.
Hard to believe the year is almost over. I am shooting this live feed right now to update you on some big stuff coming out tomorrow. And some of the other big stories we're working on, and also to address Laura Loomer and something that she put out on X last night that is not correct. But first off, I have not been going after Candace Owens to be part of a publicity stunt or infighting like all these other people do. I've been on there 31 years. It's not what I do. I saw the incredible stuff that she and her people were saying. I've always liked her, so I said, I better check this. And I started checking into it, and it just went from bad to worse. And then I nicely came out.
If you would have talked to me 6 months ago, I would have had a positive opinion of Candace Owens as well.
And said, hey, I've got concerns on this and that. And her surrogates and a bunch of people, and now her, basically said that, I'm a terrible person and this just shows who I am. Well, I've been proven right on the two things I had concerns about. A, I know that there's a cover-up in Charlie Kirk. So everybody investigating that's great, so am I. I broke on September 16th at Cash Patel in a cabinet meeting, yelled at Tulsi Gabbard and said, I don't want to hear about foreign involvement or any of its accomplishments.
I think we got to watch this one because he already talked about it on the last video. Essentially, Laura Loomer called him, talk about Tucker Carlson and how Tucker Carlson's taking money from Qatar. They're all trying to attack Tucker to make it look like he's on Qatar's payroll. And then she spun that. She spun that to be like, oh, I'm the one who got Alex to come out against Candace. Oh. So here's Nick Shirley. Dude, Candace, this is who you should... you want to be a journalist, Candace? Here's an example. So we're going to go from complete fucking bullshit slop journalism that's filled with lies and bullshit and just meant to get views and attention to this, which is one of the fucking greatest journalistic jobs I've seen done in a long time. And it almost makes me want to start doing shit like this. But yeah, here's Nick Shirley. He went to all of these Somali-run daycares in Minnesota and just showed up and was like, hey, can I enroll my son Joey? And they're all just said no. And it's like, it's clear there's no kids there. It's just a fucking grift to steal money from the taxpayers. But he got them, bro.
Here in Minnesota, massive fraud is taking place within the government and the Somali population. Here, this building alone, Quality Learning Center, is a daycare, yet they spelled learning wrong.
They couldn't even... Oh, man. Yeah, couldn't even get that part right. I guess it doesn't matter if it's not a real daycare center. Why do you got to spell learning right?
And they said leering. This daycare alone in 2025 has received $1.9 million from the government. And the strange things about these...
Oh shit, El Jefe with the 10 gifted. Let me get over so I can... Well, there we go. Thank you, El Jefe. Dude, thank you so much, El Jefe. El Jefe is the man around here. He's the big guy. He's the big guy. That's why we call him El Jefe. If you got a free membership from the man himself, please tell him thank you. Tell him thank you very much. It's very generous. Thank you, El Jefe. You're the man. Thank you, sir.
Childcare centers is... There's no one here right now.
I need explosions, dude. I need like a gun, or not a gun, okay? Not a gun. Like a confetti gun or something to go and shoot some confetti whenever I get a big gift like that. I need something to like raise to the level of that level of generosity, Thank you, El Jefe.
Midday on a weekday, and if you were to try to go inside, it's completely closed and the windows are all blacked out. No one's working, midday, children should be in here, and this place is licensed for 99 children, and this is the outside. There's no windows, no nothing, and like I said, they literally spelt the word wrong on their sign. This is open and blatant fraud taking place here inside of Minnesota. The government is complicit with this, and this is just one of the hundreds of child daycare centers.
Dude, I need a soundboard. Avid or Renz. I gotta set up because I was using this program that was free to like where you can map like keys on your keyboard to certain sounds, but then the free ran out because you can only open it like 30 times. So I need to find a new soundboard. But yeah, soundboard would be a good idea.
Here inside of Minneapolis being ran by the Somali population. It's sad that it's happening here in Minnesota, and it stinks that it's happening and it's being labeled on the Somali population. However, that's just the facts of what's happening here inside of Minnesota. $1.9 million for this daycare center that can't even spell learning right.
Dude, 1.9 million. That's just that one daycare center, dude. That's just that one. And there's all kinds of other shit, not even to do with daycare, like medical, like clinics and shit too. Oh, let me move this one further down the road here. Thought I'd put all the Shirley stuff together. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Oh, I gotta move this one down the road as well. We'll talk about that a little later. I guess I forgot to put all the Nick Shirley stuff together. Here's another one.
I knocked on the door, and to my surprise, somebody actually answered the door.
Hello? Can we speak? I would like to...
Oh, what's up, Dr. Chad? Sorry, I muted it because of the dings. Discrimination, all online bully hunting, paying rent, Blexit, TPUSA, Daily Wire. To her current operation, she is admirable in her grift pursuits. Look, man, she's an intelligent woman. She just needs to use her intelligence for good causes, bro. Thank you for the $5, Dr. Chad. You rock, brother.
Check a child in the daycare. Why? Can I speak to a manager? Where can I get paperwork to file for my son? I wanted to put my son Joey in daycare.
And after a few questions, the lady went silent.
Looks like little Joey Shirley ain't going to daycare here. And now where are we going?
Now we're going to Sweet Angel Childcare.
We're in the middle of a
All right, Jefe, if you want me to not mute the dings, I'll not mute it. But I had too many complaints where people were like, oh, I had like comments where somebody was like, oh, I was trying to watch, but then the dings, I had to give up. I stopped watching. So it's like, I thought it's used to just ding one time, but now it dings 10 times for each member. So, but El Jefe, you're the man. If you want me to not mute it, I won't mute it in the future. You got it.
Inside of this neighborhood.
In fiscal year 2025, this facility, which has its license for 74 kids, was paid $1.26 million in tax money. And there are no kids, and all the facilities are the same way, all of them.
Let's see if anyone opens.
Yeah, let's see.
Once again, I try to find a spot for my son Joey, and they would not open the door.
I want to put my son Joey in daycare. Cuz I need a spot to put my son Joey.
Yes.
Fuck you, fuck Joey.
Your daycare center?
No, I work there. What's happened?
I just want to put a child in daycare, but all the daycare centers seem to be closed. No one's opening the doors.
You work here?
I was, yeah. What's happened?
Where are the kids?
Yeah?
It says it's licensed for 74 children. Right here, state of Minnesota. Where are the kids? They got paid $1.26 million in fiscal year 2025. It says they're capped.
You know this guy's in on it, bro. Look, allegedly this guy's in on the fucking scam, and he's just trying to play stupid. Here's the scary part. Like, this is the low-hanging fruit that's easy to spot. And if we're having this much fraud just on this situation that's easy to fucking spot, imagine the level of fraud that's going on with taxpayer dollars, not just at the state level, but the federal level as well. I imagine if we were to get the true number of the amount of money being stolen from taxpayers, people would lose their shit, bro. I bet you it's astronomical. And it makes sense because we pay so fucking much in taxes and we get literally nothing back for it. We get nothing.
A capacity for 74 children.
When?
Where are the kids? Right here. State of Minnesota website. You work here and you don't know?
I don't know. I was there before. I don't know what's going on.
Were there any kids when you worked here?
He's there. Kids there. What's
How
up?
many?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah.
You worked here. Okay, well, then you're not of any help.
Can I put my son in a daycare here?
No, I don't know.
Can I speak to someone?
No, I don't know.
No.
That is just so fucking weird. Like, you're a daycare. He wants to put his son into your daycare, and you just say, no. You should be like, oh, yes, you have any friends that you know that want to come to daycare too? Tell your friends we take their kids too. Dude, it's so fucking obvious. These people are busted, dude. All these people need to go to jail. And obviously the politicians and the high level people who are helping this scheme to be run and are probably profiting as well. Talking about you, Tim Waltz, I don't know, allegedly. They all need to go to fucking jail, bro. We got to stop playing fucking games, dude. Seriously.
Oh, yeah, I would like to see if I can put my son Joey here.
Who's your son, Joey?
My son Joey. Can I check out daycare center?
No! You're a liar. I'm the owner.
Do you?
Bro, any of you that live near a daycare center, you know it's pretty obvious when it's being used, okay? You're going to see kids coming and going all fucking day long. All right? And then the locals are like, I've never seen one kid. I've never seen a kid come and go. It's like, Somali Daycare Center in Minnesota exposed completely empty. Here's another one.
Children here in your child care?
Which child care name is a lot of
Minnesota Child Care right here. It's from the state of Minnesota's website. We're just wondering where the children are.
Where the children are?
Yeah, where are the children? It says you have 102 children here, and you got $2.66 million this year in funding, and $2.5 million last year. We're just wondering where the kids are.
And who are you?
My name's Nick Shirley.
Nick Shirley.
And where are you? Which department? That is harassment.
Oh, we are from ourselves.
Yeah.
Hello, we'd like to ask where the money's going. Look at that. Shut us down.
It's harassment, guys. It's harassment. You're harassing us. You're harassing us by trying to confirm that you actually have children and you're actually providing the service that taxpayers are paying for. You're harassing us. I wonder if Tim Waltz told him to do that. Hey, if any journalists show up, just scream harassment and then call the police. Allegedly, Tim Waltz. Tim, it's not looking good, Timmy boy. Not looking good. Trump needs to lock you up, allegedly.
Where are the children at? No children inside of this daycare center. And look, at this daycare center right here, no children inside of this daycare center. But between those buildings, over $2.6 million. We're
children here in your child.
The number keeps going up, dude. I mean, it's so many millions of dollars that are being siphoned from Minnesota taxpayers. Here's a local who lives next to the daycare center for 8 years and says he's never seen a single child there.
Have you ever seen children at that?
At Freeman,
Hey,
3
Freeman.
super chatted $20, and nobody will be held accountable.
Dude, I sure hope not, Freeman. I sure hope fucking not, bro. It's like, how... what do we have to do, man, to just get simple fucking accountability and not have our money stolen, bro? It's so sad,
At
and you might be
Chadazepin
right. I hope
super
not,
chatted
though.
$5. Tired of high-level government officials tweeting being the new form of punishment for this. Sad but not optimistic that this will be taken down.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you, but dude, what I think they're going to do next, I could be wrong, but I think this would be a smart move for them to try to cover this up. They're going to make it a left versus right thing. And they're going to have some local news media that's going to show up one day with cameras. And all of a sudden, there's going to be a bunch of kids there. And they're going to be like, see, there's kids here. Look, meet Samuel. Samuel's been coming here for blah, 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 blah. Samuel, do you like it? Yes, it's great. I love it. And then and then they're going to go, and then they'll go back to running their scheme. And they'll be like, oh, it's just right-wing grifters on the internet trying to push conspiracies and make money off of and they're really racist and they hate the Somalis, so they believe all these lies about us. All it takes is just one day, one news camera, and fill that place up with kids for one day, and they'll pretend it's just a right-wing fucking conspiracy. Thank you, guys.
Daycare center right there?
Guys.
Where? Yeah, it's right there. It says the child, you've never seen daycare.
I haven't seen anybody in there.
We're going to educate you on something. So what do you think about this daycare center? They spelled learning wrong. They've received over $1.9 million this year alone, and they're supposed to have 99 children here.
I don't see it.
Children.
Have you ever Seen any children here?
None at all. None.
This year they got 1.9 million. Last year they got 1.5 million of your tax money for 99 children. We just want to know, where are the kids?
Right.
Where are the children?
I don't see them. I've been here since 2017. I haven't seen anybody like
Never
that here.
seen a child here.
No, not at all.
And so you've
8
never
years.
seen a child here for 8 years?
Nope, not at all.
And how does that make you feel, knowing that this place is receiving $1.9 million?
Disgusting. I mean, what the hell? They stealing the money. That's a federal grant too. That's, if they get caught for that's a federal offense. I know. I studied law.
And do you think Tim Walz should go to jail for all the fraud that he's enabled here in his state?
That's him doing this? Heck yeah.
Yeah, the problem. I know what you guys are saying. They needed to record and document that there was no kids right now, so to get ahead of that. They won't let them in. And then later on, I don't know if I got the clip safe. They call the cops on the guy, and the cops like, we have to remove you. This is private property. If they trespass you, then you have to leave. So, I mean, journalism only goes so far. You can't get access to something that's private if they don't want you there. So, I mean, maybe you got to be like Davey and break in. Nah, don't do that. Don't do that, fucking Davey. God, man. I don't know if you guys caught the last episode. Davey went to Dearborn and broke into a jihadi safe house or something where they're doing illegal I can't say what it is. It'll come out of the documentary, but they were up to some shady shit. And yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. But if you, at a certain point, like, what can you do if they don't let you in and they call the cops and the cops are like, you got to leave, and the cops are protecting them and the city's in it? I mean, I'm sure these people are not doing this all on their own. I'm sure there's high level people behind this that are also profiting as well.
He's got to be held accountable for this. I mean, there's no rhyme or reason what's going on here. It's simple. It's nothing there. It's a parking lot.
And look, they even spelled learning wrong on their sign for a place that's supposed to be educating children.
That's crazy. I mean, who runs it?
Well, it's not a learning center. It's a leering center. It's where you sit there and you leer at people all day long. Whenever somebody walks by, you leer at them. Like that. It's a leering center, not a learning center.
Who supposedly runs it?
Somalians.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, where? Yeah, it's just, I've never seen nobody here at all.
So how long have you been living here?
Since 2017.
You've never seen a single child walk in that building?
No, not at all.
So this daycare center is...
It should be all day long, dude. It should be all day long. Not even just 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. because there are people that have different work schedules. So like all day long, you'll see parents coming and going, dropping kids off, picking kids up. It should be very fucking busy and very clear that operation is an actual daycare taking care of children. So this is just so fucking... And I mean, you guys might be right. Maybe they don't do anything about this. And it's just another example of, hey, American taxpayer, fuck you. We don't care about you. We're going to rob you. And what are you going to do about it? Huh? What you going to do about it, boy? We're going to take your money, and what you going to do about it? That might be the situation. But it's like, dude, at a certain point, like they almost would be smart to just like because like I said earlier, I guarantee you this is just a small piece of the overall amount of fraud that's happening with our government stealing from taxpayers, okay? So it would be smart to throw the Somali population under the bus and then pretend like you're actually combating fraud and the theft of tax dollars, when in reality you just cleaned up 1% of it or less than 1% of it, and the rest of your little grift can keep going on. You know, the same way how like the cartel will like purposely get people busted crossing the border to make way for the ones they want to get through, you know? We'll see.
Literally just a place to traffic money. $1.9 million just this year alone. And this guy's been living here for 8 years and has never seen a single child walk through those doors. There's no windows either.
No.
And
Yeah, because, you know, kids don't need sunlight. Kids don't need windows, bro. Kids don't need windows. Man explains exactly how he stumbled upon an alleged multi-billion-dollar fraud scheme in Minnesota. So this is the guy that was helping him. This guy's a base
how
Chad.
deep is this fraud here inside of Minnesota?
It is far worse than anybody can imagine. You heard it's 7 to 10 billion and maybe more, and now the numbers have been revised and put out there publicly that they think it's more like 8 billion. How I got involved is that where my office is here in Minneapolis, I'm sort of in the heart of all of this fraud. And I would see these child care centers. I said, well, there aren't any kids there. It's the middle of the day. And all I see are a couple of guys standing out front smoking. And then I'd go by another daycare and I'd see the same thing. I said, well, where do these kids play? And so I started to go online and look, and I said, this place is licensed for 80 children. They had 0 children. Every time I went by there, they never had a single child there. Then I started to see all these transportation companies going around, and it was always a Somali driver. And I said, well, that's great. They're out there transportation, contributing, but they never had a passenger, never, ever once. And I said, well, what is all this transportation? What are they doing? So then I found out that in Minnesota, they have something called non-emergency medical transportation. So this is going to the dentist's office, therapy, whatever it might be. And I said, well, how many of these companies are there? And the research came back that there are 1,020 of them, and more than 800 of them are Somali-owned. Nobody from the state of Minnesota ever cross-checks to see if any rides were ever actually provided. All they did was write the check.
So right here we have all this paperwork. And how are you getting all this information about the fraud?
A lot of it is through my own research. And then I have some contacts at the Capitol going back many, many years. And so the data that I'm getting is 100% accurate, coming directly from research done by people at the state Capitol.
See, this could be you, Candace. You have all the resources in the world. You could be doing actual good journalism like this, Candace. Uncovering real fraud and real fucking things that American people need to know about. Instead, no. But thank God for Nick Shirley, bro. I've been praising Nick Shirley for a while. I'm glad I did. You know, a lot of people were just kind of weirded out by him because he's got a little bit of a weird personality. But this is high level fucking shit right here. He deserves all the praise in the world for this. And this guy too. This local whistleblower, dude. God bless him.
All this paperwork right here, what are we looking at?
The areas of fraud that I have numbers for are mostly related to childcare. This is massive fraud that is beyond anyone's imagination, the scope. And so, for example, there's a childcare not far from here in Minneapolis that has two childcares listed at the same address. And together, they're licensed supposedly for 120 children. I have never seen a single child there ever, and I've been by that place at least 100 times.
These Somalians, these groups are setting up these daycares, these childcare centers, getting money from the government, but there's no kids.
No kids. Never had any of them. They're all fraught with violations, and even though they have these violations, they're still in operation and they're still getting money. And it's millions of dollars for every one of them every year.
And who's getting the money? And where are they getting the money from?
So we have a thing called CCAP. It's a blend of federal and state money. The bottom line is it's taxpayer money, so it's state money and it's federal money.
Oh, so there is, I thought this was all state, so it's federal money too. So Trump, what are we doing, bro? Why isn't, again, just more reason to be like, Trump, just fucking do something, bro. Just send fucking, I don't know, whatever, dude. Whoever investigates this shit. There needs to be an army of feds right now in this area fucking investigating, bro. Like, what are we fucking waiting for?
And the problem is the people at the state of Minnesota are the ones writing the checks. This is kind of the maddening thing is you have daycare, so you have adult daycare, and then you have child care, and then you have health care. And a lot of these same names keep coming up on all of these different types of businesses. And then, of course, we have the transportation, and a lot of those same names appear, a lot of the same addresses. There's one building that has 14 Somali healthcare companies at the same address. There's another building in St. Paul that has 22 Somali healthcare businesses at the same address.
And the government knows about this?
The government knows, they're writing the checks. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they're also fucking getting a little bit of kickback. I guarantee you there's high-level people within government that are fucking a part of this. And they'll, you know, if they ever bust them, they'll pretend like they weren't.
Yeah, the Democrats over there just writing the checks. What has happened is that the Somali community is a very closed community. They will not speak to anyone outside the community and talk about what's going on within the community. They vote as a block. And so when you're a politician, you're saying, look, I've got 100,000 people in Minnesota that if I do something for the community, they're going to vote for me. And that's what it's all about, is getting the votes. And then the people here in Minnesota, you hear this term, Minnesota nice. I'm so sick of that term. The people here are so afraid of being called a racist or an Islamophobe. And they're afraid of their own shadow.
Dude, if Trump does not pick up this mantle and start fucking running with it, dude, you're so fucking unpopular right now, Trump. This is what people want you to be doing. This is what you started talking about day in and day out, and all of a sudden people start seeing arrests and they see the feds there investigating and people going to jail, and we start seeing some of these crooked politicians going to jail, maybe your fucking rating will go back up, and some of us who are a little disillusioned with you right now might be like, oh, thank God, he's finally doing one of the things we wanted him to do. We'll see. Did I get the clip? Okay, yeah, well, this is... So he does... I didn't get the clip, but he does go to the healthcare center where there's like 14 Somali-run clinics inside this one building. And he tries to book an appointment for a checkup, and they just would not do it. They're like, no, we'll get out of here. And then they called the cops on him. So he goes to this healthcare place to at least see if he can get a checkup, right? Because that's normal. If I go to a healthcare place and I'm like, can I book an appointment and get a checkup? You should get one, right? What else are they there for? Instead, they call the police on him, and he's trespassed out of the building. So it's so clear cut. I've covered a little bit of clavicular. My God, he ran somebody over. One of these stream snipers that's like following him around and harassing him, and the guy jumped on his cyber truck, and clavicular ran him the fuck over. I don't know if the reports were that the guy died, but I think the last reports is that like he might be paralyzed. He's alive, but he's not doing well. This clavicular is a interesting dude. Okay, I don't think he's good. I don't think he's good for the kids that he's trying to teach them how to look max. You know, you take a hammer, you beat your face with the hammer, you know, to try to get your cheekbones to be more pronounced. Meth, obviously, according to him, is good for working out and losing weight. So he promotes meth usage. So this guy's bad news. But I have to take his side on this one.
At HypnAudioStream 3574 super chatted $4.99. Democrats should not be able to choose how money is spent when they don't earn it or know how. It's essentially taxation without representation.
Yeah, I think we need to the way to stop this shit is just to stop the flow of money going in. The federal government needs to be shrunk massively. It needs to be just doing a few things. It needs to be managing our border. It needs to be managing the military, interstate commerce, currency printing. Like, that's it. Everything else just needs to go. Everything else, like the size of government needs to get fucking tiny, bro. And yeah, we need to starve them from this taxpayer shit. Like they don't need all the money they're taxing from us. They really don't. They don't need this much money. States, locally, that's where most of our tax dollars should go. And just a tiny amount should go to the Fed, if not anything at all. They can find other ways to be creative and fucking scrounge up the revenue that they need to fund the tiny amount that they should be doing, which should be fucking maybe 1% of what they're doing now. And it's like if somebody's conning you, like, they have your credit card number and they keep spending your money. At a certain point, you got to cut the credit card off. You got to cut it off. And that's kind of where we're at, man. We got to take, this is how they're able to rob us and control us, is through taxes. So this is why I've been very supportive of Trump's idea of getting rid of the income tax. A lot of people think it's impossible. No, it's not, especially at the federal level. There's other ways if they do need to tax without taking people's income and forcing people to work 30% of the year for free for the government. So yeah, I'm for it, dude. I'm completely for getting rid of most of the federal government, bringing things back to the state, letting the state take control, and making things local, and your tax dollars go to work locally.
At Chadazibkan super chatted $5. If a crazy person jumps on the hood of your car, that should be a max green light. You should not be punished for slamming the pedal.
Yeah, I completely agree, T-Chad. I don't think, look, I don't like this clavicular guy. I think he's going to be bad. He's going to be a bad influence on a lot of people. But in this case, I don't think he did anything wrong, man. I think he was right in self-defense to do this. You know, you don't want to get run over by a car. Don't jump on top of other people's cars that you don't know for no reason or to harass them. But this guy has been following him around for a while. I don't think people know the whole story. Like, this wasn't a one-time thing. This guy has been following and harassing this clavicular for a while.
Matthews, come on now. Release the cookie file. That's all you want to know. Release
This guy.
it. Tell him about the N-word. He said it today. Oh, yeah. I have to check you. Yeah. Why do you think calling black people the nigger is bad? You can't say How you feel about that? You can't say that, bro. You can't call us niggers. We work hard for our people. We work hard for our moms. Don't call us our niggas. Don't fucking touch me. Don't fucking touch me. Don't fucking touch me. Don't put your hands on me. Don't put your hands on me. Do not touch me. Don't put your hands on me. Don't touch me. I don't give a fuck. Don't touch me. Why are you touching me for? Don't touch me.
I mean, this is Florida. He might have already been okay to just shoot him at this point, right? The stand your ground law. I mean, he's standing his ground, and the guy, I don't know about it. This is Florida, so it's not the state to fuck around in. I'll put it that way.
Put your hands down. Don't touch me.
Just go. Just go.
Don't touch me.
And then the guy's like reaching for his back, like almost like right at the end there.
Put your hands down.
Like, that would have sussed me out. The way he's doing that with his hand.
Just go. Just go.
Don't
Almost like he's reaching for, you know, his pistola, dude. So here's where I'm sure this guy's going to be reliving this moment in his head and be like, oh, fuck, why did I do that? Why did I do that? So yeah, they're trying to leave. They're trying to leave the scene. And this guy jumps on the hood of his car. And then he hits the gas. The guy, I'm not going to play the full clip because I don't want to get in trouble. He hits the gas. Guy falls underneath the tire. You hear like a as he's being run over by this cyber truck.
Oh my god. Oh my god. He was on the car.
I guess they didn't show it there. And then as he's driving away, they go, is he dead? And then Clavicular goes, I hope so. I don't know if he's doing himself. Look, I'm not a lawyer, but I don't know if that line did himself any favors. So yeah, this is the same guy. I remember watching this clip, but yeah, this is the same guy. He's been stalking this Clavicular guy for a long time now. Let me get the volume back down.
I got the biggest clip tonight. Clavicular recording. $2.2 million. I already signed my Kodak Black. I bought everyone in Miami. I'm merging. The biggest clip. Clap. You don't want to do this. Do it. Go ahead. Hey, go ahead.
They have a history. They have a history of running into each other. It's just crazy the shit going on Kick, man. That it's like, this is the second. I mean, this guy didn't die, but this is like the second guy that is nearly fucking killed on Kick. Ric Flair. Let's check in on old Ric Flair. Let's see what he's up to. Let's see how he's doing.
Now he's getting married. Oh my God.
Yeah, man. I worry about Rick. I'm not the biggest Ric Flair fan, but he's not looking good. Somebody sent him a cameo to wish him like a. Here we go. Somebody paid Ric Flair to wish them a happy marriage on Cameo, and bro was drunk as fuck, telling them, "Why would you get married?" Oh yeah.
Now he's getting married. Oh my God. Why would you get married, motherfucker? It's the worst possible commitment you could do, because as of the day you get married, 50% of everything is hers. I don't care how beautiful she is. Stay her girlfriend.
You mean boyfriend? Keep her. Is Slur his brain damage? It's possible it could be brain damage. He also could be drinking because he tends to drink every day from what I've seen. Yeah. He also was in the hospital for a while, wasn't he? Didn't he have like a kind of close... I mean, he's... You know, Ric Flair's a legend. I hope he lives a long time, but I don't know how much time he has left on this earth. Me either, by the way. I don't know how much time I have on this earth.
It's family, Tina, and the military boys. Want to wish him the best of luck. Matt says diamonds are forever, and so is Ric Flair. And that's the God's honest truth, brother. I'm a diamond. I'm forever. I've overstayed my welcome, and my name is Ric Flair. Woo!
I don't think he understands how Cameo works. Like, could you wish me a happy marriage? That is just like, why would you ever get married? It's not how Cameo works, Rick. Anyway, so yeah, it's good to see Ric Flair's doing good. I talked about this the other day. Georgia finding 350. I mean, it's pretty clear the 2020 election was stolen. I could have told you that when it happened. I think most of us could. It was pretty fucking obvious. And then we were gaslit into like, oh, there's nothing. Obviously, it was all in the up and up, and they're just conspiracies. And then January 6th happened, which, if you guys remember what was happening when January 6th took place, they were about to try to bring forth the alternate electors and make the argument for the alternate electors and make the argument for the election being stolen. And January 6th just shut that all down. Didn't end up happening because they stormed the Capitol. So very convenient. I remember watching that going, oh, isn't that convenient? We don't even get to see the argument being made and the attempt to actually fight back against the stolen election because of this weird protest. Yeah, I think January 6th was a bit of an intel op, but I could be wrong. But yeah, here's Joe talking about it.
Georgia officials,
which by the way, he had Shane Gillis on for Christmas. I watched most of the episode. It was great. He needs to get Shane on more.
And complaints agree that failing to obtain required poll worker signatures on the tabulator tapes for roughly 315,000 early vote ballots in Fulton County was a violation of Georgia election procedure law, i.e. it was not done in compliance with the statute. That does not automatically mean individual voters did anything wrong or that their ballots are criminally illegal, but it does mean the county's certification process for those votes did not follow the state legal requirements.
Oh, Joe is sponsored by Perplexity, so that's the AI. I've never used Perplexity. Is Perplexity any good? I mostly just use Grok because I get Grok free on X because I already pay for a premium account. Is Perplexity, is it any good? Should I try it out?
So those are not supposed to have been counted? Is that what they're saying? Because it didn't follow the requirements?
I don't know who Errol Skakel is, Buddhist priest. Hit me up on Discord, bro. Let me know who he is. Maybe. Off the top of my head, I don't know who he is, though.
That's what they're saying. So it said, scroll back up again so I could hear. So it says poll workers must also print and sign 0 tapes at the start of voting to show machines begin at 0, and these signed tapes serve as the official certification that reported totals from the scanner are authentic. That's what they require. So they require people to do that. So maybe someone didn't do that, what they were required. That's a possibility.
I think 36 did.
36 of 37 advanced voting precincts in Fulton County had failed to sign the tabulation tapes.
How convenient, dude. How convenient. And it's all in Democrat areas.
Including that the county violated official election record document processes required by statute. The voting precincts, put this in, that failed to sign the tabulation tapes, were they predominantly Republican or Democrat?
It's Fulton County, bro. They were Democrats.
Just Google Fulton County. Click images.
Yeah,
I think you know. What do you think?
I don't know. Well, I mean, if the Republicans are complaining about it, it's obviously a Democrat.
Right.
County.
For sure.
And what did they win in Georgia by? Like 11,000 votes? Yeah, nothing to see here, guys. Nothing to see here, guys. Just Joe Biden, the most popular president of all time. We got the most electoral votes of all time. Nothing to see here.
Predominantly, it was close.
Here we
That's
go.
how I would have
I
spelled
was
it.
fucking going
That's how I would have spelled it.
I thought it was right.
There's a lot going
I
on.
can't believe anything's wrong there.
I thought it was right. I wonder if AI would have figured it out.
It would have.
So is this how Jamie's fact checking now using AI? All right, Jamie, just make sure you get it. You get the sources, bro. Follow it to the source because AI is so fucking wrong so often.
Well, Perplexity would have.
Yeah.
Specific 36 to 37 advanced voting locations with unsigned tapes are not publicly broken out by party, but Fulton County as a whole is strongly Democratic. And its advanced early vote totals in 2020 were overwhelmingly Democratic. In other words, those affected advanced voting sites would be expected to be predominantly Democrat in their results, not Republican. Weird that 36 out of 37 that have unsigned tapes are strong Democratic, and that there's 315,000 votes that aren't supposed to be there. They didn't sign for the, but it's okay. Don't worry about it. We just forgot to tally.
Fuck it.
We forgot to tally. Whoopsies.
Is Joe finally acknowledging it? Because I remember Joe was talking to Trump about it, and he just seemed to be very, I want to see the proof. I want to see the proof. What's the argument? What's the argument? And Trump did not make a good argument. But, I mean, to me, the argument's always been, hey, they changed election law. All of a sudden, you could have unsolicited mail-in ballots, and you could have, like, all these ways that you could have fraudulent ballots put into the system. And it's just like, trust us, bro. We wouldn't do that, bro. No, we wouldn't do that. It's like, just that on its own, the changing of the system for COVID to allow unsolicited mail-in ballots, that's enough to steal an election on its own, not to mention all the other shit going on. We got another Rogan clip here. A lot of people were making a big deal about this because they talk about Fuentes might be the next president.
Due for war.
You'd think we'd have more presidents. The Catholics.
Yeah, they only had one.
Biden,
Right?
too.
Oh, Biden's Catholic.
We got Biden.
JFK? Yeah, JFK and Biden, I guess.
Allegedly.
True. We only got one. They got shot. And then
Shane, step up, Shane. Run for president, bro.
Biden was doing auto sign.
Wouldn't that be funny? President Gillis. In 2042, President Gillis.
It's a good one.
Yeah. You got anybody in mind?
Fuentes.
Nick Fuentes? He could probably win in a few years.
Hold on, let's talk.
Listen, he couldn't have existed before, right? 10, 20 years ago, couldn't have existed. Now, super popular. What's 20 years from now look like? Maybe someone like that can win.
Well, we'll see.
I gotta pee so bad. We gotta wrap this up anyway.
I'm down.
Are we getting a Fuentes Rogan episode coming up? I mean, it's possible. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw Fuentes on Rogan here soon.
418.
We got that one at the buzzer.
Yeah. Well, listen, I will say this about it. It's fascinating to watch that there's like a whole group of people that feel very unrepresented in the world. And especially like young men. And here you got this young guy with a very high verbal IQ. Mm-hmm. And he also does a lot of shit posting, a lot of talking shit, a lot of trolling, says women shouldn't be allowed to vote, says wild shit. And that Piers Morgan thing is like, bro, that was like an expert sparring with someone who thought they were an expert.
Sure.
Like they're playing two totally
I
different
agree.
games.
And it's also the thing that people try to get Fuentes on is that he's still funny as fuck.
It's funny.
So that's where you're in a lot of trouble.
When he hits him, do you think you made jokes about the Holocaust? He goes, too soon? Like, dude.
Yeah.
And you could see
he's wild.
You could see Piers going, "Oh fuck,
bro!" When he was like, "Me mom died," I was like, "Holy shit,
bro!" He got hit. He got hit with a missile on that one.
I think Shane's a fan of Nick, bro. I think Shane's a fan. Look, you cannot deny Nick Fuentes is funny. That's his appeal to me, honestly. Like, I think I'm a little annoyed that America First becomes this identity politics, the Jews type thing. But I cannot deny that he's funny as fuck and he makes me laugh. I can't deny that. And when you can do that, when you can make people laugh, that's a skill set, bro. That is a high level skill set. And it kind of It makes all the other shit that's kind of like sus about him. It's easier to drop that when he's funny, you know. But I don't think Nick should run for president. I think Nick should just continue to build his show and have a huge fucking show and be influential that way. And I think that's probably what will happen with Nick. He's going to be like huge. I mean, he already is. And yeah, but that's funny. It would be crazy to see Nick on Rogan here soon. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I will, Buddhist. I'll check my Discord right after the show. Which we're done. We're done with the show, guys. Look at all these bookmarks we got through. Look at all that. Look at that. That's a lot of stuff, guys. A lot of bookmarks. Much love, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed the show. It's been a fun one. We'll see. You know, I'll probably still cover the Candace stuff as updates come out in the next few episodes or whatever, but hopefully next episode we'll have some other shit to talk about. You guys remember Paige Wallace? She was a co-host of this show for a little while in 2023. Well, the co-host, I don't know if co-host is the right word, but she should be back. She's going to be on, hopefully we'll see if I can get her back next week to come on for an episode to catch up with everybody's. If you guys remember Paige from the show in 2023, long time ago. Time flies, bro. 2025 is already fucking almost gone. It don't even seem real that the year is 2025. Like, that's some sci-fi future shit, and that's already gone. And I'm getting old, and I'm realizing I ain't got much time left on this earth, dude. When you're in your 40s and you realize how quickly it took to get to your 40s, and then you realize, oh my God, I'm 20 years away from being in my 60s. And how quickly I went from 20 to 40, and it was even quicker going from 30 to 40. Like, I'm already basically 60. Even though I'm not 60, it's like, I mean, it's going to happen any second now. Much love, everybody. Thank you for the support. El Jefe with the 10 gifted. Everybody say thank you. Round of applause for El Jefe. You rock. Everybody with the super chats, thank you so much. You guys sent a lot of super chats tonight, and it's very much appreciated. And we'll see you. I won't be here tomorrow, but I should be back next week, Monday, Tuesday. Not sure if I'm going to bring it back Monday. We'll see. Maybe Monday, if not Monday, Tuesday. Definitely be a show Wednesday. Yeah, but look out for the show next week, guys. I'll be off tomorrow, but be back next week. Much love. Thank you again for all the support. And remember to hit the thumbs up on the way out so that we can make the Candace Simps cry. It looks like they gave up. I haven't seen much from the Candace Simps. They gave up pretty quick. See you guys later. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your night, and we'll see you soon, okay? Much love. Take care, everybody. Wrong one. Where's the outro? There it is.
Please subscribe and hit the like and ring that bell if you want notified. Here's some other videos to watch that you might like or you might not. Have a great day, my internet friend. I hope I'll see you once again. Please subscribe and hit the like and ring that bell if you want notified. Have a great day, my internet friend. I hope I'll see you once again. Please subscribe and hit the like and ring that bell if you want notified.